My YouTube was muted. Ram Jam 08. I really appreciate you for telling me. 3-2 pitch. Jared Young grounds it to the second baseman, McNeil, and that's gonna do it. So a 1-2-3 inning. The Mets do not score. We are gonna be going now to the top of the second inning. Look, Ram Jam on YouTube, I really appreciate you. I did not realize that my sound was off, but it should be good to go right now. Please, Ram Jam, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. Let me know, but I think that we should be good to go on YouTube now. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. We are live, and we're here. We're here. We're here to push forward with this New York Mets team. The Mets frustrated me yesterday. Really, really much frustrated me. But again, baseball is one of those sports where it's tough. Baseball is that tough sport. Appreciate you with the thumbs up, Ram Jam. We're good on YouTube. We're good on TikTok. I think fam could be coming up. Good. Got some money on the Mets ML, Sean. Sean, what do you got? Is it just for them to win, or what is the expectation for this Mets game that you have? What is your expectation that you want them to have going on? Let me know. Hopefully the Mets can come through for you and get you the W. Just to win. All right. So they should win this game. They should win this game. They've been losing a lot of games lately. I mean, they just won a 4-game, was it a 4-game win streak, and now they lost the last 2. So let's hope that they can get this next win and, push forward. Got some popcorn with me right now. Let's see if the Mets can be able to pull through. We got 6-9 joining. Shout out to 6-9. Shout out to B_FT11. Noah is in the house. What is going on, Noah? I hope all is well with you. Appreciate you being here. Clay Holmes' first pitch of the second inning. It is going to miss low, 1 ball and no strikes. First 1-0 pitch from Clay Holmes. It is going to be a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Let us see here. I think my app for the scoreboard is not loading. Let me see if it update. Should be good now. Yeah. All right, 1-1 pitch from Clay Holmes to the 5-hitter Wilson. Here it is. That is going to be a base hit, the first hit of this game. The Athletics have a runner on. Been a minute. I have been swamped lately, man. Baseball in school and even football. Been crazy, man. Hey, Noah, I'm really happy to have you here. And I hope that you keep on succeeding and moving forward in the things that you're doing. Have they given a timeline for Soto return? Sean 17, Jeff McNeil is up right now. They're giving him a round of applause. Let me take a quick look at that. See if we have any news about Soto. I'll tell you. Okay, in the short, no, hold on. Let me see here. So far, I don't think we got any updates. Yeah, they gave a really good round of applause for Jeff McNeil. So definitely got a shout out to him. You can't, can't hate on him. He didn't really do anything wrong to us. First pitch to McNeil is going to be a ball, 1 ball, and no strikes. Yeah, and Polanco is somebody that he's struggling, He's definitely struggling with his health, with his Achilles. That's a serious thing. 1-0 pitch to McNeil, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if I got any updates for Juan Soto. I'm checking some Mets news right now. Polanco got an MRI yesterday. 1-1 pitch to McNeil, fouled away, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The plan is for outfielder Tommy Pham to join AAA Syracuse, soon to face better competition. Then we'll go from there. He's progressed. Okay, this is the update for Soto. I'm going to give the update now. 1-2 pitch. McNeil hits a ground ball, double play ball. Simeon gets 1, and McNeil hits into a double play. So the Mets and McNeil helping the Mets out. Hit into a double play. So 2 outs in this inning. Okay, look. Runner is erased from first base. David Stearns gives an update on Juan Soto. He's progressing as we would expect. We're optimistic that this is not going to be a particularly long-term absence. So, I mean, that's the update. No update of he's coming back next week, next month. First pitch to Max Muncy. It is a ball. After this 3-game set, the Mets will be playing the Dodgers. So hopefully they can play some good baseball there and Lindor can, be awakened by then. 1-0 pitch from Clay Holmes. Here it is. It's going to be a strike, but in reality, it was a ball. Let's see here. Mr. Met here since 1972. Shout out to Emmett. Wow, Met fan since 1972. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So, Emmett, you saw 86. Please, how was that experience for you? I haven't seen the Mets win, and I would love to see it happen. Have they even announced what kind of injury or... It was a sprained like calf. He sprained his calf, a minor calf sprain, pretty much. That's what it was called. 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. So Clay Holmes gets a strikeout. That's going to end the inning. We are now going to the bottom of the second inning. Nice inning for Clay Holmes. Damn. I didn't even know Polanco was hurt. Wow, Mets had a squad this year. Yeah, look, I think Polanco's the bigger worry than Soto because Polanco, they're talking about his Achilles. His actual Achilles. So Polanco, we are not going to be seeing Polanco play at first for a long time. So, look, if things go wrong, even though Vientos has been looking respectable at first base, am I going to say he's been looking better than Alonso? Bat-wise, I can't say that. But defensively, it's okay. Yeah, Soto's okay. But the David Stearns prediction for first base was Jorge Polanco. And it's looking like early in the season, that's going to be wiped out. That's what it's looking like. So that's kind of a bad look already on him. Because you sign a free agent and... we're not even a month into the season. Literally, today's the 14th game, and he's already battling. Shout out to Sean, Emmett, Yuri. It's a bad look. It's not a good look that's what's happening. Oh, now that I'm even looking here, my camera on TikTok's not even working. My goodness, what is going on? Some things it takes time to recognize it. My goodness. Now we should be good on TikTok. Let us see here. Let's see here. Yeah, Sean, are you seeing my camera on TikTok? Because I'm actually not seeing my camera. I'm not too sure. I know my audio is okay on TikTok, but my camera is not popping up. You see Jeff McNeil talking there to the Mets. So first pitch to Luis Robert Jr. is going to miss up high. 1 ball and no strikes. Let us see here. We got Mikey Mo here. Alvarez is here. Trey Ham is here. The 1-0 pitch to Robert Jr. Here it is. Way inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Let us see here. Luis Robert's been a really, really good sight for the Mets to start off this season. What we can say. 2-0 pitch. That is going to miss. 3 balls and no strikes. We got Alpha. So Gordon, that is going to be a strike to Robert Jr. 3 balls and 1 strike. Let us see here. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with my camera. Let me see if I could fix my camera on TikTok. I think that's what happened. Something happened to my camera on TikTok. Let us see here. Yeah, I don't know what in the world happened to my camera on TikTok. That is hit really high. It's going to be an easy play, though. Denzel Clark 1 away. Yeah, so first out of the inning. Let me see if I can fix my camera here on TikTok, because let me see here. Let's see here. Yeah, I have no idea what in the world happened to my camera on TikTok. No idea, but I'm trying to fix it right now. So Brett Beatty, first pitch to him is gonna be in there, strike one. Let's see here real fast. Yeah, I have no idea what happened there, but it definitely. Brett Beatty fouls it 0-2. Yeah, now my camera should be good on TikTok. Let me fix that up there. Hi. Can you bring my Cove from the fridge, the green one? I think I put it away. Thank you very much. Yeah, my camera should be good on TikTok right now. I don't know what in the world happened there, but should be good to go now. So 0-2 pitch to Brett Beatty is gonna be fouled. The catcher couldn't hold on, so they're gonna do it again at 0-2. Thank you very much. Can you tell me as well on TikTok if you see my camera appearing, please? Here's the 0-2 pitch to Brett Beatty. That is going to be fouled towards the first base side. It is. We're going to do it again at 0-2. Can the Mets get stuff going in this ball game? Can they get themselves back on the win track? 0-2 pitch. Here it is. Strike three. Got him. It's a nice pitch right there. 2 away in this inning. So 5 up, 5 down for the Mets by a pitcher named Ginn. Ginn. Yeah? All right. Thank you very much. It wasn't showing before. You can leave it open. Thank you very much. Marcus Semien hitting .213 on the year, 1 home run, 6 RBIs. Here's the first pitch of Semien. Misses outside, 1 ball and no strike. And the Athletics are a respectable team. Look. Now, their starters, 4.71 starters ERA. That's the second highest in the AL. So it's not good. 1-0. That is going to be fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now, with that, you're hoping that yeah, I don't know why. That's been happening to me lately at times, but it's kind of annoying. Kind of annoying that they do that, but I mean, I have to keep working with it. So, 1-1 pitch. Here it is. That is going to be outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Here is the 2-1 pitch to Semien. Grounded to the third baseman. Makes the play. That's going to do it. So 6 up, 6 down for the Mets. No score. We're going to the 3rd inning. Man, it's annoying when you see the Mets come out lifeless with nothing going on in the team. It's annoying, I tell you. Very, very annoying. Very. We got Dame Coolin here. Yo, what is going on? What is going on with Dame Coolin? So, look, I appreciate all of you being here. Means a lot to have you here, being a part of the live. John Vincent, I feel bad for Oakland. They lost all their professional sports team. It's crazy how they do. It's crazy that the Raiders, Oakland Raiders are gone. Now the Athletics are pretty much going to Las Vegas in a matter of time. Hey, Dame, everything's cool, man. Everything's okay. We're here, we're pushing. We're here trying to make it happen in this Mets lives, and we're there with that, How's everything with you, Dane Coolin? Let me know how's everything. NBA playoffs is close. Not tomorrow, but next week, Saturday, which is going to be the 18th, is back. The NBA playoffs is back. Good. I'm glad everything is good for you. Did you see who the A's? We got a follow from a Phillies fan. Appreciate the Phillies fan with the follow. RM91 is here. John is here. Dame, I actually think that I don't think they swept the Yankees. They took 2 out of 3. I don't think that they swept the Yankees. But I was just talking about the A's. The A's aren't a bad team. Like, they're not a team that is a cakewalk. They're a team that, you got to respect them as a team. They're a decent team. They're not a great team. They're not a team that should dominate you, but they're a decent team, and they got to definitely be respected, So without a doubt, Phillies fan, we beating the Diamondbacks. Yeah, definitely. I saw it was 4-0 after the first inning. I'm not sure if the score changed, but yeah, the Mets got me annoyed with the Diamondbacks. Like, you win the first game, and then yesterday you just completely wet the bed. 1-0 pitch from Clay Holmes is gonna miss inside so quickly. It is 2 balls and no strikes. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. Same score. Yeah, Phillies. Baseball is such a frustrating sport. Yes, Phillies fan. I'm a Mets fan. 2-0. That is gonna be a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Baseball is a frustrating sport because it's not. I don't want to say it's rare, but especially in the beginning of the season, like, things are still slow. You're still like getting into the rhythm of it. You're trying to see your team get their identity. So 2-1 pitch. Here it is. That is gonna be a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We got J Money here. What's going on? What's going on, J Money? Phillies fan, it's crazy. The Mets don't play the Phillies till June, and the Braves, which that means that June 2-2 pitch, grounded foul. That means that the Phillies and Mets and Braves, these 2 teams are gonna have a lot of late season division games. Blue Jays losing to the Twins. My goodness, the Blue Jays, they need to just hold it together till they get their players back. 2-2 pitch. That is going to be hit. Another base hit. Another leadoff base hit for Oakland. They have the leadoff runner on in the top of the 3rd inning. And I'm going to take this opportunity. I'm going to look at some scores around the MLB. Let's take a look at some scores and see what it is that's going on around the MLB. So, yeah, Phillies fan, hey, 3 no-hit innings, or 4 no-hit innings. I'm not sure who's pitching. I'm not sure who's pitching for the Phillies. That's going to be attempted to bunt by Denzel Clark. Doesn't get it down, strike 1. The Tigers are up on the Marlins 1-0. Who's pitching? I wonder if Scooby's pitching. The Angels are beating the Reds 2-0. Yes, the Blue Jays are losing 3-0. Mets and A's 0-0. Yankees and Rays are 2-2. Braves and Guardians is 0-0. Orioles and Giants is 0-0. Here is the 0-1 pitch to Clark. He goes for a bunt. He went. He couldn't get it down. No balls and 2 strikes. White Sox Royals scoreless. Nationals Brewers scoreless. Red Sox and Cardinals is gonna start soon. Rockies Padres start soon. Astros Mariners start soon, and as well Rangers and Dodgers. The Pirates beat the Cubs 2-0. 0-2 pitch. Misses inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. How about the Pirates? Off to an 8-5 start. Emmett, 1986 was beyond phenomenal. Season, can't believe we the Mets haven't had another season like that. I've never experienced it, and I really hope that I can experience it. I really do. Soon. 1-2 pitch, misses low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next month, my Yanks versus your Mets. Yeah, definitely. Mets versus Yankees. Next month, they're going to start off in Citi Field, and then they're going to wait all the way till September to go to Yankee Stadium for 9/11. So that right there is going to definitely be interesting one. My other favorite season was 1973. Wow. What happened in that season? I know 1969 they won. Lazardo's pitching for the Phillies. Nice. 2-2 pitch to Denzel Clark. That is going to be fouled back. Phillies winning 4-0. Let's go Mets. What up, little bro? What's up, sis? How you doing? Hope all is well. Hopefully the Mets can get back into winning ways. Scuba doesn't pitch until Sunday. All right. And we got Go Yankees from Seth. The 2-2 pitch to Denzel Clark. Here it is. That is going to be a swing and a miss. Gonna be the first out of this inning, and now the Athletics are gonna have the top of the order coming to bat. Look, the Mets bats to start off this season, they've had some games where their offense looks really, really good, but then they have some games where you're like, geez, like their offense is really, really bad. So I hope that this is not the identity of the season. Like, when I say that, I'm going to tell you after this first pitch, Lawrence Butler takes a ball, 1 ball, no strike. I mean, for example, to have 3 good games, 4 good games, then to follow that up with 2 or 3 bad games, then to go back 3 or 4 games. For me, that's really inconsistent. Really, really inconsistent. What you would like to see, you know, here's the 1-0 pitch from Clay Holmes. Got foul tipped. It got Alvarez a little bit, but he looks okay. 1-1. J Money, you think Soto be back for Yankees versus Mets series? Definitely. J Money, I think Soto 100% should be back. I mean, unless some crazy stuff happens with his health, but other than that, he should be back. He should be back maybe to start May, maybe even before May. Let's see. You know, 1-1 pitch to Lawrence Butler is going to be coming from Clay Holmes. Long pause here. Very, very long pause. 10 seconds on the pitch clock. 8. Here it is. That is going to be low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Right now, so far, I seen, yeah, Nolan McLean pitched a great game yesterday, man. You can't lose games like that if you're a Mets fan, you know? Games like that, have your, quote unquote, one of your aces on the mound and you're losing games like that. McLean was amazing yesterday. And he gets a loss. Unbelievable. 2-1 pitch, misses low. So far, Clay Holmes is trying to nibble right now. Clay Holmes, okay. We got Layla Sims. Let's see here from Layla. So, if you had to trade one, are you trading Peterson or Holmes? Layla, honestly, 3-1, fouled away, 3-2. Right now, I gotta trade Peterson. I got to. Clay Holmes is under contract for a few more years. This is Peterson's last year. Christian Scott, at this point, I would probably want to put Christian Scott over David Peterson. What about you, Layla? What are your thoughts about that? So the 3-2 pitch to Lawrence Butler. Here it is, and it's inside, and it is going to be a walk. So first and second right now. Zach Neto, 2 home run, 4-0. Wow. Zach Neto is now tied for the MLB lead with 5 home runs this season. Wow, unbelievable. We got Tensner here. Love Lady about to dominate. Richard Lovelady. I mean, Richard Lovelady, like that name just cracks me up. We got a mound visit here. Clay Holmes is up to 40 pitches. We're in the 3rd inning. First and second on. He gave up a hit and he gave up now a walk. And, you know, hopefully he can get out of this because the Mets offense has not been good in stretches this season. So you hoping. Cove, this drink Cove, I'm drinking orange. This is one of the best drinks that I've ever had. Really, really good. Don't make Kurtz get a home run here. J Money, 100%. Rookie of the year. He doesn't have a home run yet. He's due for a home run. We're talking, look, with the way things work for the Mets, we got ourselves another timeout from Alvarez. Look, with the way things work for the Mets, watch Kurtz get his first home run in this series, or just aside. But I do predict Lindor is going to get his first home run tonight. I'm making that prediction. Let's hope he could do it. First pitch from Clay Holmes to Kurtz is going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. Thoughts on new MLB, the City Connect jerseys? I think they're pretty good, J Money. What do you think about them? They're pretty solid jerseys. I really, really like the jerseys from the City Connect. 0-1 pitches, misses low, 1 ball, and no strikes. I was actually looking on them on my Instagram. I shared how you call it? I shared it on my story earlier on Instagram, and yeah, I was really, really liking them. I need to get more baseball jerseys. I don't have no baseball jerseys. Here's the 1-1 pitch, misses, 2-1. So look, Clay Holmes is really trying to nibble right now. He's not challenging hitters. He's not, going at them. He's really nibbling. And yeah, the City Connect ones, the Atlanta ones are definitely fire. The Pirates ones, I like them. And even the Reds. 2-1, grounded. Can we get two? They're going to get the lead runner at second. They're not going to turn the double play. So Lindor didn't get nothing on that throw, but nonetheless, they're going to get the second out, and the Athletics have first and third with 2 outs. Can Clay Holmes get out of it? Let me take a look at it real fast again, the City Connect jersey. So I like the Reds, the Braves is nice. Baltimore's pretty cool. B. Moore. It's pretty solid. Kansas City Royals. Wow, Tejas. Wow, that's fire. Wisconsin, the Pirates. Hey, look, I like all of them honestly. Like the Orioles one is fire. I need to get me a City Connect. I need to get me a baseball jersey in general. So the first pitch to Langolier, here it is. It is gonna be in there. Strike. It's gonna be a strike because Alvarez is challenging that. The umpire called it a ball, but that was 100% a strike. Yeah, 100% that's a strike. Mets win the challenge. 1 ball, no balls, and 1 strike. Timeless is here. Emmett is here. Shea Langolier, most home run from catcher since 2022. 93. He's behind only 2. Kyle Riley, Salvador Perez. That's it. Will Smith is behind Shea Langolier. So, you know, he's been a pretty, I mean, you don't see many catchers hitting in the 3rd position. 0-1 pitch. That is going to be a base hit. Athletics are going to take the lead. 1-0. And, well, yeah, Shea Langolier comes through. Who you think get home first? Tatis or Acuna Jr.? What do you mean who I think gets home first? Let me know what you mean. When Phillies win, Mets lose. My goodness. It's ironic how baseball works sometimes. But nonetheless, the Athletics have themselves a 1-0 lead, and they got Soderstrom on, looking to get, you know, more. That ball misses up high. 1 ball and no strikes. Look, Clay Holmes is definitely nibbling, and it caught up to him. Who you think? Let me see here. Okay, 1-0 pitch. That is going to be grounded. Nice play by Jared Young. He gets it to Clay Holmes. That's going to end the inning. So the Athletics get 1 run. That's all. We're going now to the bottom of the 3rd. And look, this is the thing you see for the Mets. Who you think gets a home run first? I'm going to go with Acuna. Both of them don't have home runs. Wow, I'm surprised by that. Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't have home runs to start off the year. Pretty ironically, like we're already, you know, we're not in the first 5 games of the season. We're already, we're about 3 weeks into the MLB season. Yeah, something like that. This is the 14th game, 2 to 3 weeks into it. A lot of players are yet to hit home runs, and some of these players were in the World Baseball Classic. So definitely pretty surprising in that regard. But hey, we're gonna see what's gonna happen, and so let's see. But hey, the Mets are trailing this game 1-0. Can they get back, and can they get back? Brewers losing to the Nats. Yeah. Hey, but the Brewers, man, I like what they do. They're just a solid team that they always find a way to win, be competitive. Yeah, Nationals are up 1-0 early in the top of the 1st inning. They got 2 hits to start off that game. Braves and Guardians. Yankees are now trailing the Rays 2-3. Luis Hill is pitching the game, but he's not off to a good start in the game. He's already given up 3 runs in 1 and 2. Oh, he got through the 2nd inning. So in 2 innings, he's given up 3 runs already. And the Angels are now leading 4-0 in this ball game. So the Mets are still hitless in this game. How's the game going? Look, the Mets 6 up, 6 down. Clay Holmes, I mean, he just gave up 1 run now in the top of the 3rd. I think he has like 2 or 3 walks in the game, so that's not so good. I see Clay Holmes nibbling, not really challenging hitters, trying to get a lot of chases, so not the best. But Hey, can the Mets look? I I cannot complain with the Mets starting pitchers. Ronnie Mauricio is up. He's hitting seventh in this game. His first pitch to Mauricio is gonna be a strike, no balls, and one strike. Throughout these first games of the season, I cannot be mad at the Mets pitching. I can't. There's a few bullpen guys that's annoying. 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. But the offense is just absolutely hard to watch, the offense. All jokes aside, shout out to the Jackal dude for the follow. I appreciate you. Oakland Athletics have been pretty good. Mauricio grounds it. That's going to go foul. 0-2. We're going to do it again. Oakland Athletics have been good lately. They definitely have. Look, they got swept to start off the year, but they're a team that you can't expect to go into the series and just dominate them. You got to respect them. Got to respect this team. Senga is pitching tomorrow for you. Yeah, I expect Senga to get his first win tomorrow. You know, you want to see the Mets win series. You want to see the Mets get sweeps. Again, in a series like this, you hope that they can get a series win. 0-2, that is going to be weak contact to the first baseman. Fielded. So 7 up, 7 down for the Mets. And this is the stuff that I talk about. Like, you see the Mets games and, you know, there are some games where they just look so lifeless. Mason Miller, 6 1/3 inning this season, 1 hit, struck out 16 of the 21 batters faced. He has a 27 2/3 scoreless inning streak dating back to last season. My goodness, Mason Miller is elite. But, you know, that's the thing with this Mets team. You see them and I don't know. It's just you see them have at bats where you're just like, my goodness, what's going on with them? Alvarez is up. First pitch to Alvarez. It's going to miss up high. 1 ball and no strike. How you feel about losing Pete? Right now, the offense looks horrible, so it's frustrating. And Polanco is injured. So 1-0 pitch, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Polanco's injured. So look, I didn't like Pete Alonso's defense. But, you know, David Stearns promised Met fans, or here's the 1-1 pitch. That is going to be hit hard, but foul 1-2. David Stearns spoke to Met fans. Run prevention. They didn't want Pete Alonso back. I don't know why. Okay, they didn't want him back. They didn't want to go. But right now, first base is not looking great for the Mets. It's not looking like they upgraded it, even defensively. 1-2, that is going to be fouled away. 1-2. So right now, losing Pete is really bad, and it's a little frustrating. Now, I didn't like his defense. I'll be honest with that. But the Mets haven't gotten a better replacement at first base. Let's be honest. With all this switching up, ridiculous. 1-2, misses. 2-2. Soto is injured. Yep, also he is, Seth. He is. Hopefully he should be back the latest, the beginning of May. And literally, I mean, the beginning of May is a little long, but it's already been 1 week since the injury. 2-2 pitch. Alvarez takes a ball, 3 balls and 2 strikes. This is a good at bat there by Alvarez. Nice working there. Shout out to Timeless. Ruben Medina is here. RJ is here. Shout out to all of you. We got Flavor 50 is here. 3-2 pitch. Let us see the 3-2 pitch right now from Alvarez. There it is. He weak contact. It's going to go foul on the third base side. Shout out to Emmett for the follow. I appreciate the follow. I appreciate the support. You know, let's hope that this Mets team can just be a little more consistent. For example, they in the last 4 games in the winning streak, they scored runs. But now their last 2 games, they scored two in one game and 1 yesterday. In their last 2 games, they scored 3 runs. And if in this game they don't have offensively, you know, it just looks really bad that this is happening to them a lot. I get it. It's early in the season, but, you know, here's the 3-2 pitch. Misses low. Alvarez has a really good at bat. Mets have their first base runner of the game. I know this early, but who you want at the trade deadline? I'm going to be honest. I don't really have any thoughts. Like if the Tigers are doing really, really bad, I think it's fair for the Mets to go after Scooble. It's fair, you know. But I wouldn't give up the house. I'm giving up maybe like a Vientos or a Beatty, maybe a Senga, maybe. First pitch to Benj is gonna miss low, 1 ball and no strike. Now I'm very frustrated about Benj playing left field. Why is Carson Benj in left field? Why? Why is Benj in left field? You moved Juan Soto to left field for Benj to be in right. Why is Beatty not in left field and Benj in right? I don't understand. 1-0, misses, 2-0. That makes me very angry. Met fans, let me know. What do you guys think about that? Me as a Met fan, it makes me very angry. You move Soto to left field. Okay, he's more comfortable there. You put Benj in right field. He competes for the right field job. 2-0 pitch. Misses. 3-0. Benj, you better not swing here. 3-0. Benj was competing for right field. Why is Benj moved to left field and Beatty put at right field? I don't understand that. That's very frustrating for me. Very, very frustrating. 3-0 pitch, strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Bro, asking about the trade deadline 1 year into the week. Hey, when you on social media, you got to create topics and things to talk about. I call it now. I see a Lindor home run income. Yeah, Lindor's going to hit his first home run in this series. I even predicted this game. 3-1, Benj takes a ball. Challenge that. He ain't going to challenge it because I'm telling you, he may not even have that privilege to challenge. But if he would have challenged that, he would have gotten it because that was a ball. Yeah, Benj just hitting 108 to start off the season. Not really good. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. That's the things that upset me when you have a challenge, you don't challenge it, and then you strike out on the very next pitch. But nonetheless, what can we say? So Ben strikes out, but yeah, that pisses me off that you moved Beatty to right field and you're putting Benj at left field. Like, I don't understand that. I don't know what they're doing. Lindor's up. First pitch to Lindor. That's a ball. This umpire's been hot garbage in this game to start off. Hot garbage this umpire's been. But if the players don't challenge, what can you say? There's nothing you could do. But the umpire's been hot garbage to start off this game. But the Mets offense has been worse. 0-1. Lindor fouls it. 0-2. So quickly, Lindor's 0-2. With the way things look going for Lindor, it's going to be one more pitch. He's going to be over. Home run Giants against the Orioles. Who hit the home run, J Money? Let us know here. We got Redimento, El Tiempo here. Richard Morris here. Luis Rodriguez, J Money. It wasn't a ball, Alejandro Herrera. Which one wasn't a ball? Which pitch you talking about? 0-2 pitch to Lindor. There it is. That is going to be popped up. Center fielder Clark is there. Lindor, quick out. So we're going to the 4th inning. Sides retired. Man, this Mets offense is so frustrating. A Dames hits a home run. Hey, it's about time a Dames hits a home run. A Dames is somebody that, you know, this team has got to, how can I say? They've got to, you know, they got to wake up because a Dames got a really, really good contract. Acuna Jr. with an RBI single. Braves are leading 1-0. Yeah. Whoa, so how about the Diamondbacks getting back in the ball game? They were trailing 4-0. Now they're trailing 3-4. Lazardo's giving up 3 runs, only 1 out, and the Diamondbacks are threatening. They got 1st and 2nd. Tigers are up 2-0 versus the Marlins. Angels are up 4-0 versus the Reds. Blue Jays still trail 3-0 versus the Twins. Mets trail. Yankees trail 2-3. Braves are up 1-0. Giants are up 1-0. And they got 1st and 3rd with 2 outs. The White Sox and Royals are scoreless. Nationals are up 2-0 against the Brewers. Some games haven't started yet. And the Pirates and the Cubs are going to be playing very, very soon. Pete hits the home run. Stearns ruined my Mets. We got Yari Miruiz for the follow. I appreciate the follow. Thank you very much for the support. Yeah, was it Pete that hit the home run though? For intensity followed. I appreciate you for the follow. It means a lot. Emerson has joined the live stream. Let us see here if we could get something going there. We got Ethan Kumba. Your follower joined from the post. Manzardo home run 1-1 in the Braves now. Wow, that was quick. Where the Braves had a quick 1-0 lead, but yeah, now that game is quickly tied up. So was it Pete Alonso that hit the home run in the game? And yeah, look, David Stearns, look, run prevention. That was what he told us. And so far, we saw the Mets. No, Alonso didn't hit a home run. We saw the Mets lose a game yesterday. The Mets lost a game yesterday where their defense was a huge problem. Huge problem. And I'm sorry, you blaming you blame Stearns for something like that. So, first pitch from Clay Holmes is going to miss. 1 ball and no strikes. We are in the 4th inning, folks. Pete Alonso didn't hit a home run. Sean is back. For intensity, he probably hit it. He left the Mets. He didn't. Lost Nimmo to Nimmo. Yeah, 1-0. That is going to... Oh, my gosh. This umpire is hot garbage. Oh, my goodness. Jeez. This umpire is hot garbage today. And that was a call that benefited the Mets. That is going to be hit to center. Robert Jr. is there. 1 away. My GOAT Baez home run. Javier Baez. The Met with the thumb. Him and Lindor with the thumbs down. My goodness. Look, for the start of the season, we have not had... The only starting pitcher that I can honestly remember right now that's done bad for the Mets is David Peterson. His last 2 starts, he's been horrible. First pitch to Jeff McNeil. Swings, lines it foul, no balls and 1 strike. Jeff McNeil has been absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. Parker, will the Mets come back? I believe so. I believe that they're going to win this game. But their offense just sucks. 0-1, swing and a miss. 0-2. I can't be mad at the Mets pitching staff. Minus Peterson, who's been bad, where he's about to lose his spot either to Manaea or Christian Scott. All jokes aside, he's about to. And the Mets are going to have to probably trade him. Misses 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jeff McNeil. But Snitsker, hitting coach, time to go. Dr. Fuegs, he's the hitting coach for the Mets. Because, look, they hired J.D. Martinez in as an advisor. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Here it is. That is going to miss. He does not go. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, the Mets pitching coach has been... Look, the offense, like, it's annoying. You play the Giants last week. You score 1 game, 10 runs, 9 runs. Then you score, I think, 4 runs. Then you play the Diamondbacks and you score, what, 5 runs, 6 runs, something like that. Or 4 runs, I think. I forgot how much. 2-2 pitch to McNeil. That is going to be a base hit over the head. It's going to get to the wall. And McNeil's going to have himself a 1-out double. So a 1-out double for McNeil. But yeah, the offense has been really hard to watch. Like, really, really hard to watch. I get it. It's a long season. I'm not panicking. I don't think it's going to be like this all year. But it doesn't change the fact that right now what we're seeing, it sucks. Because they've been bad. First pitch to Hennigan is going to be a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Peterson will get hot soon enough. Look, I don't know. I don't know if Peterson's going to get hot enough. I think his time as a Met may be coming to an end. 1-0 pitch. That is going to be strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's okay. It's early. There's going to be a stretch where we'll win straight. All right, Cali, Giants can't hit, but we all have a stretch where we win. Hey, I respect it. Here's the 1-1 pitch right now from Clay Holmes. That's going to miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. look, every team has a hot start, but or every team has ups and downs, but the D-backs take the lead. My goodness. Wow. Jeez, 4-0 you up and you're now losing 5-4. That is going to be weak. Contact 2-2. We got to see Lindor tomorrow if he doesn't get a hit tonight. Bellstar, I can agree with you. Lindor, you take Vientos out of the game, which he's been hitting better than Lindor. Put Lindor to bench. Put Lindor at the bench. Don't play him. I don't get that. But, here's the 2-2 pitch. That is going to be strike 3. It was a ball, I think. But, it may have caught the plate. But nonetheless, 2 away. Jeff McNeil still at second base. The Mets, after they got tomorrow a 4 o'clock game. Sunday's a 1:30 game. Then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, all 10 o'clock games. 10 o'clock games, which I will be live streaming all of them versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Off game Thursday and then Friday against the Cubs. First pitch to Cortez, 1 ball and no strikes. Play Bichette at short and Mauricio at third and DH Vientos. So what I'm saying, you can't home run lead. Which lead? For the Giants? Yeah, take Lindor out for a day. 1-0, that is gonna be hit fairly well. Benj is there though. Benj is gonna make the play. That is gonna end the inning. So they get a 1-out double. Nonetheless, they don't score. We are going now to the bottom of the 4th inning versus the Twins. So yeah, the Twins now lead 4-0 versus the Blue Jays. Yikes. Folks, I'm going to cut off my live really fast on TikTok really fast, and then I'm going to join in right back. I'm having a quick technical issue there. Shout out to Jose Ramos for the follow. So if you're with me right now, I'm going to cut off my TikTok one really fast, but I'm going to come right back and, I'm going to be right back in the next moment. But shout out to everybody that's on Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. I appreciate all of you. All of you being here absolutely means a lot. And yeah, so we're here. The Mets right now, let us see here. So the Mets, yeah, we're back. The Mets are trailing this game 1-0. We are now in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Mets are coming up. They're hitless. No hits. They got 1 base runner, which was via a walk. And it's just hard to watch at times because you just want to see competitive at-bats. You want to see good at-bats. Shout out to Robbie for joining. Luis Rodriguez. You want to see good at-bats by the team. But I think that's the most frustrating thing. It's not that the bats are cold. The most frustrating thing is that there's just really bad at-bats. And AJ Minter soon is going to be back. He hasn't pitched since April 26th last year. Left lat strain. So he made his first rehab appearance. 1 inning, no earned runs, 1 K. Bichette is up. First pitch swinging. Fouls it back. No balls and 1 strike. So Bichette is still yet to hit a home run. Can the Mets get a Bichette home run? I believe Lindor's going to hit a home run in this series. First 0-1 pitch to Bichette. Here it is. Misses high. 1 ball, 1 strike. My biggest thing, look, I know that the Met bats are cold. But the most frustrating thing about the Met bats is that the at-bats are just, it's like they're just not competitive. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That is going to miss outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. The Mets at-bats have not been competitive. So I know that teams have hot and cold stretches. I get it. Teams have stretches like that. But you got to have competitive at-bats, Here's the 2-1 pitch to Bichette. That is going to be, he definitely swung at a horrible pitch 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shout out to Flavor50 from being here. Tim, Fidel, Brian, Rebecca, Nick for joining the live stream. Appreciate you. Here is the 2-2 pitch. Bichette hits it hard to the second baseman. Is he McNeil? He's safe. Are they going to challenge that? They may challenge that. They call Bichette safe at first base, but let's see if they're going to challenge that. Are they going to challenge it? The A's are going to challenge the call. He may have been out there. Hit the ball really hard to Jeff McNeil. McNeil, it hit off of his glove. He did a good job to stay with the play and make the throw. And yeah, we're going to see a replay. Let's see. Oh, he's out. Yeah, he's out. 100% he's out. Bichette is out. I'm not even going to entertain it. Bichette is out. Let's see. Yeah, Bichette is out. Not even close. Horrible play by the umpire. Horrible call there by the umpire. Flavor50, Chelsea's here. Darlene is here. Juan, J Money. Yeah, not even the challenge is already done. He was out there. J Money is here. Braves up now. Nice play by McNeil to stay with it. This is why, for all my baseball players, when you have a play in the infield and you boot it, it doesn't mean give up on the play. You can't give up on a play. Now, there are some moments where you just got to eat it, but nonetheless. So Bichette is retired. First pitch to Jared Young. He's showing bunt. The Mets are being no hit for the first, how many outs? They have 10 outs in this game. Jared Young, he's hitting now. There being no hit to start off this game. It's early, but you're facing a guy named Ginn. I don't even know who he is. Swing and a miss, 1 ball and 1 strike. And it's not disrespecting, but you're being no hit to start off a game by somebody that I think that this is their first start of the year. Bassmaster, Landon's here. Jared Young puts down a bunt, and it's a beautiful bunt, but it's gonna stay fair. Wow. My goodness. So Jared Young puts down a perfect bunt. They had no chance to throw him out. They left it to see if they could get it to roll foul. Never rolled foul. It stood right on the line. And that's how, that was the moment to pick it up. They screwed up. The Athletics had a moment to pick it up. They made a big mistake there. The Athletics, the ball went foul territory and they kick it out the way. They didn't. They let the ball roll fair. Unbelievable. Luis Robert Jr., nonetheless, the Mets break that no hit. Luis Robert takes a ball, 1 ball and no strike. Hey, Bellstar, shout out to the groundskeeper, definitely. But I mean, the first hit of the game, Luis Robert Jr. is hitting .325, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs to start off. 1-0, that is going to be a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. And definitely a good job by the groundskeeper. So, Kevin's here, Tobias, David. Yeah, that ball went foul. That's like an absolute brain fart. Todd is here. DYL is here. William is here. Ed is here. ISO is here. Brandon. Pickoff attempt to first. We got Cordero. Carlos is here. Who else? Jess 818 is here. Sylvester, New York City. Exotic Bulls is here. Octavio, Felix is here. User, Khan is here. Charles, Daisy's here. That is gonna be 1-1 pitch fouled off his foot. 1 and 2 for Luis Robert. We got Jamie Jam 71 here. David McKay is here. Francisco. Todd is here. Hey, appreciate all of you for being here. Douglas is here. Under 6.5. For who? For who? Who was that for? J Boogie from the P. Let me know. Explain to me exactly, because I'm not really the money line person. 1-2 pitch. That is going to miss low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Do I think the Mets are going to win by 6 or lose by at least? I think that they'll win. If they lose, I don't think they're going to lose by 6 or more runs. I don't think that. If they lose, I think they'll lose by 2 or 3. If they win, I think that it'll be close as well. 2-2. Robert Jr. Hits it towards right. Lawrence Butler's there, makes the play. That is going to be 2 away. But look, the Mets offense is just not good right now. The total of the game. Oh, boy, man. The total of the game. It's a tough one because right now both of these offenses are playing really, really bad. I mean, really bad. The Mets got their first hit off of a bunt single, and I don't know. I don't know if I could root for that combined. It's possible, but they're just not looking good. Strike one to Brett Beatty. Jay Boogie from the P, I appreciate the follow. I'll be back. My pizza at the door. Shout out Jay Money. Send what kind of ingredients you got? Let us know. Pumped that the Walton pepper brought 40% of my Rocky. What's that, Seth? Let me know, Seth. The 0-1 pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. It's just horrible at bat. Like, look, when you see now the Mets won some games without Soto. Diana's here. Diana Dancer _ let me see. Lisa Fonseca is here. Let's see the 0-2 pitch to Brett Beatty. He lays off 1 ball and 2 strikes. David Murray, Joe Harrington, Dwayne Walker, by let's see who else. Jay Boogie still here. Quagmire 228. Sagan Roberts here. Shout out to all of you. So 1-2 pitch now to Brett Beatty. And here is the 1-2 pitch. There it is. Misses up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I got chicken pizza. That's fire. I haven't had chicken pizza for a long time. But if I had to choose grilled chicken, or if I had to choose a type of chicken for my pizza, I'm going to go with breaded chicken for my pizza. Those solid. Really, really good. So here, 2-2 pitch to Brett Beatty. He is going to have fouls it, foul tops it. And we're going to do it again at 2-2. But yeah, the Mets offense is just, we got Paige Martin here. They got Mark Leiter Jr. in the bullpen for the Athletics. Nicholas Vaughn is here. Cammy is here. Are you all Met fans, Athletic fans? Let us know, who are you rooting for? The 2-2 pitch right now, it's going to be a pickoff attempt. Jared Young gets back. You know, I'm gonna talk about this in the commercial break, but an annoying thing is that sometimes the Mets, like, they don't have a natural first baseman. And a team even like the Athletics, 2-2, that is gonna be weakly hit to the second baseman, end of the inning. Another garbage inning. The Mets deserve some boos after the start to the game. 5. We're going to the 5th. They have not scored in these first. Shout out to Margarita, Alicia, Timeless is here, Jim is here, DYL, Flavors here. So one thing that's annoying for the Mets as a Met fan, like, you see the Athletics, they have a designated first baseman. The Mets had all offseason. They had Pete Alonso. And they just decide, Stearns, run prevention. And today, their run prevention first base in Polanco, which I'm actually not mad at Polanco being on this team. I'm not. But he has an Achilles problem right now. He went for an MRI, and I think he's going to be somebody that he's going to miss a lot of time. Let's see here. J Money there. We got Lily here. So Polanco is going to be somebody that's going to miss a lot of time. Rudy just joined. James. So that's kind of frustrating. What's up, homie? Sinatra is here. What is going on, Sinatra? Hope all is well. Yeah, so things like that are frustrating. Like, you know, David Stearns and Carlos Mendoza. You move Juan Soto, you move Sinatra. Let me know what you think about this. You move Juan Soto to left field. You moved him because he came in as your right fielder. You move him to left field. You ask him, are you comfortable? He says, I'm comfortable. You move him to left field. Okay. Carson Bench competes for the right field starting job. Okay. But because of Brett Beatty, You put Brett Beatty at right field and Carson Bench at left. This is the type of stuff with the organization that's upsetting me. That stuff, first pitch, swinging from Denzel Clark, fouled back, no balls, one strike. That stuff frustrates me. It frustrates me because Guardians take the lead. Wow, that's going a good game. Christopher, I need the Mets to cover this 1.5. Christopher, the Mets, that is grounded to Lindor, fields it cleanly, got one out to start off this 5th inning. But hey, shout out to Martha for joining. Jess is here. Jennifer is here. Look, this Mets team gets me angry because the organization, like, why are you moving Bench to left field? Why isn't Beatty going to left field? Like, isn't Carson Bench, like, it's not bad you putting him to left field, but like, why are you putting in Citi Field? Right fielder is hard. Right field is more to cover than left field. We got Mets dad joining. Mets dad, are the Mets getting you angry yet, or are you being patient with the team? Let us know here. 0-1 pitch. That is grounded to first base. Jared Young takes it. So 2 quick outs for. We got cash money here. Yo, what is going on? I mean, Clay Holmes gives up 1 run. Nolan McLean yesterday pitched a great game. You take him out, and he even made a comment. I had a lot left in the tank. You take him out the game, and then look what happens. So, it's things like that that are really, really frustrating. Stefan's here. Mike is here. Richard, El Huevo, Canadian 421, shout out. The Bronson William. Lewis is here. Timeless. Anderson's here. First pitch to Kurtz is gonna miss, 1 ball and no strikes. So yeah, feel free to share this video. You can leave your like, you can follow the channel. Everything helps out this channel. 1-0 pitch, that is gonna miss inside. 2-0. My goal on this channel is to have this channel be at a place where the chat is absolutely bumping every time we go on, with hundreds of people, thousands of people talking baseball. 2-0, that is going to miss. 3-0. That's one of my goals. Heather joined. I want to have this channel be for that, but I also want to do giveaways. So I encourage all of you, like, share. 3-0, that is going to be a strike. Like, share. Help the algorithm to help me, because the more that this channel of mine's on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch, Steffi joined, the more that we grow, the more that I'm going to be able to do more. That is going to miss inside. So it's a walk. The Athletics have a 2-out base runner. The more that this page grows, it's the more that I'm going to be able to give back. Giveaways. For example, I want to raffle Meta glasses, the Vanguards. Vanguards are pricey glasses, but I don't care. Once I have the budget, once the channel is really producing, I am going to 100%, be doing a lot with the channel. So please like, share, subscribe, tap the like button. Send this to a Met fans. Like, for example, we got James LGM 718, and the reason I live stream is because of the Mets as a huge part of it. That's going to miss, 1 ball, 1 strike. But one reason and the runner's going to get to second base because Francisco Alvarez has been hot garbage defensively this year. He can't close out games defensively, personally. But look at the comment from YouTube. The Mets will not score 1 run this whole series. Offense is pathetic. James, pathetic is a perfect word. This offense is showing no heart. And that excuse, it's cold in New York. That excuse can go to the garbage. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear that. You're getting paid millions of dollars. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. You're getting paid millions of dollars. It's cold outside. We can't hit. So then give back your paychecks. Of course they ain't going to do that. You know what you're getting yourself into. So that excuse, oh, it's cold. I don't want to hear that excuse. You guys are professionals. I'm not saying that you need to score a ton of runs every game, but show some damn heart. And James, on YouTube, the Mets are showing no damn heart. And that's frustrating. 1-2 pitch. That is going to be weak contact to center field. Robert Jr. is there. Yeah, Beatty, get out the way, Beatty. What are you doing? Beatty's about to try to catch that. It's going to end the inning. So the Athletics still lead this game 1-0. And on the other hand, the Mets starters minus David Peterson are doing solid. We got Nolan McLean giving up 2 runs, and he didn't give up the runs. He had runners on base. Mendoza took him out, and Weaver gave up the runs. Nolan McLean losing games. Sinatra. So my thoughts for the outfield. Remember, we was going to have Mike Tauchman as our outfielder, but he injured. Yeah, that was a big blow, and he's probably not going to play all season long. So Benj, I like Benj, but the pitching is killing him. He has to go back to AAA and grow. I can agree with that. I agree. Now, are they going to do it? I don't know. But look, this is why folks like, share, follow the channel. If you're on Twitch, wherever you're at, the more that this channel grows, it's the more that we are going to give back. We're going to give back, and we are going to, we're going to help out. We're going to do giveaways, like just that idea of giving away Meta glasses. I know that we're going to get there. James LGM, James, I hope first you can give a subscribe. I'm performing better. I'm calling this Mets game better than they're playing, James. Let that sink in, and with your comment. But James, send a subscribe on my channel on YouTube. I'm definitely going to subscribe to your as soon as I finish the live stream today. Or even I could do it in a few. I can't believe Lindor does not have a single RBI this year. James, that's an absolute embarrassment. Oh, but his hand. So don't play. Oh, he got surgery on his hand, so don't play. Get out of the game. That stuff angers me a lot, James. Like, really, really angry. Really, really angry. Nico's here. Emmett is here. Dean is here. That stuff, like Lindor, you do not have a RBI. You do not have a home run or an RBI. Like, what an absolute embarrassment. Margarita's still here. Daddy Ant is here. Marcos. Let's see who else is here. Flavor 50's here. Steve Estrada, Landon, Luke. This Mets team, 1 hit and we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Now, all it takes is 1 inning to change our opinions. I get it, but geez, can we have some competitive at-bats? First pitch from Mark Leiter to Simeon is going to miss high. 1 ball and no strike. Look, I don't expect the Mets to be great, but the starters for the Athletics have the 2nd worst ERA in the AL. Come on, and you don't get nothing? And they have a bullpen change, by the way. Mark Leiter Jr. is in the game, which his ERA is up to 10. But he's about to look like, I don't know like who, but he's about to do great. 2-0 pitch to Simeon. And watch Simeon swing at this 2-0 pitch. 2-0. Oh, he didn't swing because it wasn't even close. Ram Jam. And he's batting leadoff with no production. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, got to get him out of there. But look, this A's pitching, the last 21 innings, 3 hits they've given up, no runs. 3-0, strike 1. The A's in the last 21 innings, their pitching staff has given up 3 hits, no runs. You got to give some credit to them, but at the same time, we've seen the Mets do this hot garbage against everybody. It's a 3-1 count. Simeon's going to swing at garbage right now. Pops him up. Hot garbage, man. It's going to be a quick 1 out to start off this inning. Oh my gosh. Denzel Clark almost missed it. We'll take Lindor back in Cleveland if you don't want him. Landon. At this point, who are we going to get back for him? Look, I'm not saying I don't want Lindor on the Mets. BK, Aster, they're becoming hard to watch. I definitely agree. I'm not saying I don't want. Shout out to Annie, Lewis, Joe. I'm not saying I don't want Lindor. I want Lindor on the Mets. But you just want some heart, man. Mauricio swinging at hot garbage. Like, oh my gosh. Like, Mendoza, and you put Mauricio in over Vientos. Oh my gosh, man. 0-1 pitch. Weak, hot garbage swing, not even staying in the batter's box. 0-2 quickly. Quickly 0-2. So, yeah, they are becoming hard to watch because BK, they win 3 games, 4 games, then they lose 2 games in a row, 3 games. And it's not about losing. It's about how you lose. 0-2, Mauricio swings at hot garbage, quick at bat. Look, if one thing we could say about Benj is not doing great. He's not. But the thing with Mauricio, if you just throw him breaking pitches, he's as good as done. He's as good as done. And this at bat once again shows that he has not matured. You're facing Leiter Jr., whose ERA is at 10, and he just comes in and makes you look like a fool. Takes a strike, Alvarez. James, I hope they prove me wrong. Mets make barely major league pitchers look like Madison's prime. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They making them. Alvarez calls timeout. Like, you're letting every pitcher come in and look great. You're making them look elite. And that's just like, just ridiculous, you know? It's just no heart. I'm sorry. And, I'm going to go to this in a minute. Okay, 0-1 pitch. That is going to be weak contact. It's like the hitting coach. What is he teaching them, James? What is the hitting coach teaching them? That they just, like the first game of the year, I love the at-bats. That last game, Sunday, when they played the Giants, the at-bats in some parts of the game, I was like, wow. 0-2, Alvarez has himself a base hit. Benj is going to come up with a runner on. Let's go. Alvarez is like, let's go. Let's go. Show some heart, guys. They're not playing with no heart at all. And to your point, why was JD brought back? He was brought back as an advisor. And that's what I'm saying. Like, look, it's no heart, man. What else can it be? What else can it be? They whack? Of course not. It's not. It's because they're not playing with heart. That's what I believe. Now, you go into slumps. I know that happens. Benj hits it hard. First pitch was about to be a base hit, but McNeil robs Benj. And we're going to the 6th inning. The Mets have still scored no runs. The Mets have not scored. When was the last time the Mets scored? My boy, how are you? Brian is here. Brian, what is going on? Hope all is well. The Mets have not scored. Let me tell you really fast. I'm going to tell you when's the last time the Mets scored. Because I'm telling you, this team is so hard to watch at times, man. Really, really hard. Okay, the Mets yesterday, they scored a run. Let me see when. Okay, the Mets have not scored a run since the first inning yesterday. That means from the 2nd to the 9th inning, 8 innings, and the first 5 innings, 13 innings. They have not scored no runs. Come on. How do you go 13 innings not scoring no runs? It's because they're what? They're zombies. They're walking around and you guys are making millions. Give me a cut. Give me a cut for supporting this team. Teams like this. As a fan, it's only fair for us to be emotional and, show heart like this because I play baseball on a team. And I know that I've gone through slumps, and I know that slumps happens. But I know that at the same time, I don't go back to my dugout, sit there in my misery or whatever. I talk to my teammates. I say, yo, let's try to be better. Let's be better. It doesn't affect my defense. And you just see garbage by this team. James, 2024. Yep. 2024 was the year. That was the year where we saw something really special from this team. And it's like, what's the difference between this team and that team? Jose Iglesias, literally, JD Martinez as well, but he's back now. And I know it's going to take him some time to get back in, but it's like Jose Iglesias, but it's like, was he the heart for the team? And look, okay, the game is back, but look, I'm going to go to what Pedro Martinez said. And I'm going to quote Pedro Martinez comments about the New York Mets. I'm going to tell you what Pedro Martinez said, a direct Direct quote to the Mets. Direct. First pitch from Clay Holmes. Look, I can't be mad at Clay Holmes. If Clay Holmes gives up 2 runs, okay, he gives up 2 runs, but I can't be mad at him because the offense is the problem. 1-0 pitch, misses, 2-0. But okay, look what Pedro Martinez said. Look, Pedro Martinez sends a direct message to the Mets. 2-0, grounded. Simeon is there, fields it cleanly. That's going to be the first out of the inning. Trying to look for just the article real fast. Okay, quote of the day. Pedro Martinez. Met fans settle for what they have. Hold on. No. I'm looking for... No, that's years ago. Okay, Pedro Martinez. Let's see here. Jeez, I'm not finding the exact quote for what Pedro Martinez said. But, okay, Pedro Martinez, Hall of Famer at that. Clay Holmes, whoa, way up high. Pedro Martinez criticized the New York Mets for a lack of clubhouse chemistry, leadership, and urgency. Let me see here. Okay, I'm trying to find it here. I'm trying to find the video there. Okay. 1-0 pitch is going to be a base hit, so the Athletics have themselves a base runner. Pedro Martinez, where's our leadership? And that's all I'm going to say. Did the math? Bichette makes around 85,000 in at bat. That's what I'm saying, man. 85,000 in at bat, man. For what? For you guys to come up? Yeah, okay, you're trying, I think, but you know, like you just don't see nothing. And we got the athletic trainer at the mound with Clay Holmes, and Clay Holmes is being taken out of this game, folks. Wow. Clay Holmes is out of this game, folks. When it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours. Tobias Meyer, I don't know if he was able to really warm up, but I'm pretty sure he's going to get as much time as he needs. Wow. So, Clay Holmes is coming out of this game, folks. Look, okay, what Pedro Martinez said about this team. And 85,000 in that bat. Man, 85,000 in a minute, pretty much. Jeez. Terrible Phillies. Yeah, Star Wars. I don't know what's going on with the Phillies and the Mets, you know? Brian, my boy, how are you? I'm all right, Brian. How you doing, man? Sorry for the late reply, man. Yesterday was horrible watching McLean throw like that and lose so bad. Facts. Offense needs help. Mets always getting the Yankees leftovers. Mets suck. Bro, y'all losing to the Braves right now, and y'all lost the series to the Athletics. They suck. Lineup is feeble. D-Money, the lineup, I'm not sure what feeble means. Educate me. But this lineup has no heart. No heart whatsoever. And you even got Pedro Martinez. Pedro Martinez, who he's an ex-Met. TG is here. Weak and heartless. Thanks. Really good for educating me. Mets mid again, TG. Weak and heartless. It's true. No heart. Absolute no heart. No heart. And it's frustrating, man. Christian's here. We got Jess here. E-Flow, Matt is here. Country Lion, Jason Parker's here. Gustavo, Julio. They roll over and die. Lindor is happy and smiling. That's what I'm saying. That's why that Mr. Smile stuff, I don't like that stuff. Because, yeah, okay, adversity happens. You can't always smile through adversity. I've had some adversity this past week for myself. I tell you, I like smiling. I always smile. But I tell you, I have not been afraid to just really show anger this week. I've showed anger this week in my face, and I haven't even been upset about it. Yeah, Clay Holmes, I was about to say Clay Mahomes. Clay Holmes is out injury-wise. I don't know what happened. Let's see, hopefully he's okay. Sean Manaea may be coming back. They're showing the pitch from Clay Holmes. Let's see. Maybe his back got tight. His face, you could see his face. Yeah, Clay Holmes is not in. So the sports better when the Mets are winning, honestly. I agree. Lindor is the reason McNeil, Alonso, and Nimmo are gone, and he hates Soto. He's a cancer. Ah, boy, that's a tough one there. Look, the only thing I'm gonna say here and say is what Pedro Martinez said. Pedro Martinez, he threw a pitch, and you know he looked, and he just didn't look okay. And the Mendoza and the trainer came out right away. KD Mets blow. They definitely blow right now. They are hot garbage right now. Look, my talking now is not my foreshadow of what I expect for the season. I expect this team to be better in the season. I really, really do. I do. Like, I really expect this team to be better. I do. But it doesn't change the fact that they are very, very annoying to watch. Very, very annoying. Sergeant Gibby, is any of the stuff true or is it just rumors? Look, the Lindor stuff. Do we have a video showing all the evidence? We have little things. Like, there was a video on opening day where I think Lindor, the way he greeted Soto was not good. It just looked weird. Like the way they shook hands. McNeil's up. He lines it, caught by Mauricio, and it's going to be a line out at third base. McNeil hit that ball really hard, but nonetheless, Mauricio catches it, and it's going to be 2 outs. That was about to be first and second. Sorry, I was about to be third and second right there quickly, but nice catch by Mauricio. Then not a great throw, but good job by Wilson. Yeah, that hit Wilson. Not a good throw by Mauricio, but nonetheless, 2 outs. Shout out to, I'm not sure if it's Ayara or Laura. I think it's Ayara. Shout out to Ayara for the follow. I appreciate you. Shout out everybody that's on YouTube and Twitch. Muncie's up. Here is the first pitch. Misses low, 1 ball. So Clay Holmes is out of this game because of injury. He got injured. They're not saying what it is. It looked like it could be back spasm. Any of the rumors. Look, Lindor, I don't know. You know, it's just misses low too. I'm just really disappointed with Lindor. We're talking about this is the 14th game of the year. You don't have a home run or an RBI. Like, come on, man. That's bad, man. That's bad. The worst hitters have an RBI. The worst hitters. That's bad. And Lindor, like, you know, I don't know. 2-0 pitch. Here it is. Strike 1. Look, in the offseason, I heard some talks where the Mets should have traded him. And I'm kind of seeing something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if it were to happen. I subscribed. I'll catch you later, guys. If the Mets score, I'll be shocked. James, I appreciate you for being here. Pickoff attempt. Miss gets back safe. 2-1. Appreciate you, James. Hey, look, as much as it seems fake, you gotta believe. I gotta keep believing in this team. Unfortunately, I feel like my optimism is sometimes stupid optimism. But Biting Wolf, come on, 0. I'm telling you, score a run. Strike 2 from Tobias Meyer. Where's the offense? I don't know. Ozzy for the follow. I appreciate why they got 0. I don't know. I'm telling you, the Mets need me in the dugout. They need me in the dugout to bring some peace, you know, to counsel these guys, to talk to them, see what's going on. 2-2 pitch, grounded. It's going to go foul. But yeah, I hope Clay Holmes is okay. I hope that it was just he got tight and that's it. Mets haven't been that bad either. 7 assists, their offense hasn't been there, but it's not bad. Look, Sergeant Gibby, 100%. Like, I'm just reacting to right now. I don't believe the Mets are going to stay like this all season long. 2-2 pitch, here it is. Fouled away. I believe that the Mets are going to make the playoffs and win in the 90 games range. I do. I really believe that. But it sucks when you watch your team and you feel like you're not seeing heart. Like, that's a frustrating thing. You want to see your team play with some heart. And when you don't feel like you're seeing that, when Pedro Martinez is saying, where's the leadership, it's something. 2-2, grounded to the third baseman, Mauricio. makes the throw. Jared Young comes off the bag, makes the tag. That's going to do it. So we're going now to the bottom of the 6th inning. And look, that's what I want to talk about. I was speaking a little bit about it. Sinatra, we need a glue guy, man. 2024 was special, for real. But I don't know what's up with the clubhouse. I said, I'm telling you, Guardians are killing it right now. What's the score, Taffy? Let me know. I know that they helping out the Mets. Keep believing. Gio, 100%. I believe. I'm just frustrated with the team, though. It's annoying when you don't see heart. A's shut down the Yankees as well. They did. The A's, look, I get it. It's baseball, but it doesn't change the fact you want to see heart from the team. You want to see heart. Acuna Jr. home run, 4-2. Acuna solo home run. Also, Olsen 2-run home run. Let me see there what's the scores there, because as far as I'm concerned, I thought that the Braves were losing. But how about the Phillies winning 4-0 in the first inning, and then they give up the 4-0 lead, and now they're trailing 4-5. How about that? The Blue Jays. How about the Blue Jays trailing 4-0? They lead 6-4 now. So, oh yeah, the Braves do lose. Who was it that said that the Guardians are killing it right now? Taffy. How are they killing it? I'm not too sure what they did there, but Guardians are trailing right now 4-2. How about the Blue Jays though? Down 4-0, have a score 6 unanswered, and they lead this game. So big thing for them. Shout out to Acuna. What? Damn, yeah. I thought that the Guardians were helping the Mets, but they're not. They have no heart since they lost the division to Atlanta 2 years ago. That was actually 2022. So that was 4 years ago when they lost that division. And I just don't get that, man. Like, how do you like now I understand you can't train heart, but Pedro Martinez, he makes that comment. He makes the comment. Met fans, where's the leadership? Where's our leader? Ever since there, where is it at? And I agree. Lindor is up right now. Let's see his at bat. First pitch swinging at a high pitch. Fouls it away. 1 ball, no strikes. Like 15 games into the season, you do not have an RBI or a home run. Like, I'm sorry, man. That's messed up, man. I'm sorry. And even if Lindor wakes up, it doesn't change the fact that when you go cold, you're horrible. 0-1, misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Like, these pitchers, you respect them, but at the same time, we got to have some hitters that can wake up, that can do some stuff, because 1-1 to Lindor, swings at a good pitch, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. We got Sarah. I wish we kept Jimenez. He wasn't worth the trade. It's a tough thing. I have to say he was worth it just because of 2024. Even if it was 1-2, fouled away. It's a good point, Sarah, but I gotta still say he's worth the trade, because what he did in 2024, that was amazing. That was amazing. Like, what he did in the NLDS versus the Phillies, Jimenez was good the whole time. He just never been a great offensive player. 1-2, Lindor stays alive. 1-2, but offensively, I agree Lindor was worth it. Now, I don't know Lindor, and a person can appear on the media as the most nicest person ever. It doesn't mean it, because you don't know the clubhouse. But 1-2 pitch, Lindor takes a ball, 2-2. But look, I'm going to respect. The trade was worth it, 2024. Look, all right, I'm going to make this point because the Mets need leadership. That's why I say the Mets need to get me into the dugout. 2-2, misses, 3-2. Jimenez was good the whole time. He was. Mets have been worse at home offensively down the road. That's unbelievable, right? Lindor was 100% worth it. He goes 30-30 every year. Definitely. 3-2 pitch. That is going to be a base hit by Lindor. All right. Way to go, Lindor. So Lindor gets the inning started. Can we have a big 6th inning? Gold Glover. Definitely. That's Lindor's entire fake it. He's Mr. Smiles, happy, go lucky. Yeah, look, Met fans, I know that we have Met fans here, and there's frustration. Look, I prefer this era of Mets baseball than the eras where we have no chance. Last year, we went into the season saying, wow, the Mets have a chance. 2020, Bichette is up now. Let's see the first pitch to Bichette. First pitch, 2024, we didn't expect much, but look what they did. 2023, we had expectations. 2022, we had expectations. I prefer, even though the Mets may fail, I prefer Steve Cohen era than the Will Ponds era. I just got to go with that. 1-0 pitch to Bichette. Can we get a Bichette home run? 1-0. That is going to be fouled away. 1 ball and 1 strike. So I prefer this. Lindor's a Hall of Famer soon, though almost to 60 career WAR, huh? They have no chance this year. No, they have a chance this year. They do. They do. I believe that this Mets team is going to finish off really good. 1-1 pitch, but they need some leadership. Pickoff attempt. Wow, he bounced it, but first baseman scoops it. Kurt only look good on paper. Gio, hey, I appreciate the comment there. I do think that this Mets team is going to the playoffs, though. I really do. I do. I have some expectations for them in that regard. But, hey, you need Soto back. For sure, you definitely need Soto back. Team is not better without Soto, even though they won some games. 1-1. Bichette hits it. It's going to be a base hit by Bichette. Is Lindor going to go first to third? Yes, Lindor's going first to third. Way to go. Mets have runners on the corners right now with no outs. And Jared Young is coming up. Hey, I don't like Jared Young hitting third, but nonetheless, good luck. Hey, I don't want to believe in luck. I believe in what I'm, my optimism. Homer, damn, I was wrong. Hey, we take the base hit though, Sarah. We definitely take the base hit. Sarah, how long have you been a Mets fan? All they need is a sac fly now at a tie. I agree. Sergeant Gibby, look, the minimum, a sac fly. The minimum. You gotta come on, keep it going. No, I don't want to be like, first pitch to Jared Young is grounded to what? He throws to third and he got Lindor. Wow. Grounded to first. That was such a weird play. Kirks fielded it. He saw Lindor freeze. He threw back and he got Lindor. Wow. So the Mets, 1 out. Let me see the play unfold. Hit hard. He didn't go for the double play. Did he get him at third? Yeah, the Mets are not challenging that. Did he get back or? Mets don't score. Jared Young would have been great this season. Let's see here. First pitch to Robert Jr. Now sac fly, forget about it. You need hits now. Jared Young has been great this season. Look, I can't be mad at him. I'm sorry. Why is Jared Young batting third? I don't care if he's been good. Why is he batting third? I'm sorry. This is not Team Canada. 1-0, foul back. I'm sorry. Jared Young should not be batting third. I don't care if he's doing good. I don't care. Jared Young should not be batting third. Not be batting third. It's just the way. Even though he's doing good, he should not be batting third. Way to go, Spoke. 1 pitch too soon. My bad. 1-1. Robert Jr. Double play ball. In and over. This team is unbelievable, man. Unbelievable, this team, man. They're getting booed right now, and they deserve it. This team is hard to watch. Oh, my gosh, man. Lindor, what is he doing with the mental errors? I don't know. Double play. I feel bad for Lindor at this point. Bro, I bet on them. Parker is not looking good. This team is pissing me off. Max, me and you both, they are pissing me off as well because, like, first and third with the Mets means if you get 1 run, yeah, that 1 run's like a grand slam. But more than not, first and third, no outs for the Mets it means that they're not gonna get much. Hey, let me see here. Elmo_Dev, the Yankee fan. What's the score in the Yankee game? Let me know. What's the score in the Yankee game? Let me know, brother. Lukey Dookie with the follow. I appreciate the follow. We got Kelly here. We got Ram Jam. Did Lindor smile when he got caught? I don't know. I didn't see it. It didn't look like he smiled. Billy Nelson, there you go. Yankees are losing. So if the Mets are bad, so the Yankees are bad as well because they're losing right now and they're losing to the Rays. And the Yankees lost to the Athletics 2-1. They lost 2-2. They lost the series to them. So if you're saying the Mets are bad, you're also saying your team is bad. So let that sink in for now. Ram Jam, I don't think he smiled, but I don't know, man. It's just these guys are just like, I don't understand what's going on with them. Like, first and third, like, no approach. I coach, you teach kids when you go to hit, you're thinking, what approach can I have right now? And the approach is just horrible. Tobias Myers is in there, strike one, no balls and one strike. The Mets, I mean, look, if the Mets win this game as a walk-off, I'll be happy. It doesn't change the fact that they just, like, I don't know. It's like any day you go to the ballpark, you don't know what you're getting. Misses, one ball, one strike. You don't know what you're getting with this team. 4-2 now. So that means the Dodgers are going to win because Angels are beating the Reds. Laugh out loud. Because Mets in New York are losing. My goodness. This is baseball, but 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Myers. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Mets are just annoying. We got Cole here, Jose. We got Jay. John Cook is here. Jess 818. Mike Martinez. Renee is here. Margarita 1-2. Grounded to Simeon. That is going to be fielded cleanly. 1 away. Like, I'm sorry. Jared Young, I'm not mad with him being in the game. I'm very mad with Jared Young hitting third. Why is Jared Young hitting third? Why? For what? For what? He is not a third hitter on any team. Not even on Team Canada. He played for Team Canada. He's not even a 3-hitter. Oh, Mendoza, he's doing good. You know, look, I believe in optimism, but I'm learning something in life. There's such a thing called fake optimism. We got Michelle here. Hi, coach. How you know I'm a coach, Michelle? Let me know. Let me know, because West Coast Takeover. Shout out to Renee Campos for being here. So are the Dodgers your team, Renee? Let us know. And I appreciate the follow. Oh, Michele. All right, there we go. What's going on, Michele? You're in the tournament right now. I saw your Michele. He hit a lead-off first pitch home run. How about that, Michele? A lead-off first pitch. You're hitting better than the Mets. The Mets need you out there tonight. What did it feel, Michele, to hit that lead-off home run? Shout out to Michele. 1-2 pitch. Grounded to Lindor. Fields it. And that's going to be the second out of the inning. True. The Mets need you right now, Michele. Everybody here, Michele is a player on one of the teams that I coach. And he hit a lead-off first pitch home run for the Mets this year. So shout out to him in that regard. Renee, I also appreciate. Michele, you just gave me bad news. We just lost in the semis. That's frustrating news right there. Man, really, really frustrating. Tigre Morales, I appreciate the follow. 0-1 pitch there. That is going to be grounded. Tobias Myers. Look, Tobias Myers comes in and does an absolute great job, man. It's 7th inning stretch time. But I can't even do the 7th inning stretch as a joke because this team has been a joke offensively. Michele, I'm really disappointed that you guys lost. But hey, as soon as you get back here, we're going to get more to work. We're going to get back to work. And we are going to be working here to have a great season in Canada. Definitely looking forward to that. Who did you guys lose to, Michele? Who did you guys lose to? Let me know, please. Josh Boy, Xavier, got you, coach. Ready, definitely. We got Lady in the building. Ladies here. J Money still here. Colton, ASAP underscore. Anthony is here. Sam McLuda. Los Dodgers 25 is here. Well, Mets are gonna be playing the Dodgers. Wow, you guys lost to Mexico. Mets are definitely Mexico is definitely a tough team. Jorge Soler, grand slam. Wow, we got Parker King is here. What's going on, Parker? How you doing? Hey, but Michele, keep your head up. The team is gonna get stronger. You learned some things playing internationally, and you can be sure that you guys are gonna get better and overcome. Shout out to Christina for joining. The ump was bad like Angel Hernandez. Jeez. Man, I'm telling you, it's getting to a point where ABS is gonna be in every baseball league around the world, every kid's year. We got ASAP underscore Rafa, same old Mets. Hey, ASAP, look, this Mets team is really angering me. I tell you, they are really upsetting me. Like, really upsetting me. So, the Mets have 4 hits in this game. Lindor, Bichette, and Young each have a hit. Alvarez has a hit. Everybody else is hitless. And the pitchers have given up 1 run. Now, the Athletics in the last 23 innings pitchers, their pitchers, 6 hits, no runs. Unbelievable. Brett Beatty takes a strike. No balls, 1 strike. So, I got to give some credit to the Athletics. But, I mean, why? What? Thinking is free. Why what? Why was Clay Holmes taken out? Clay Holmes was injured. 0-1, strike 2. Clay Holmes was injured. It showed maybe back spasms. They haven't given any update. Bro, I play in high school in New York City, and the umps are horrendous. I agree. Hey, bro, I played high school baseball in New York City as well, in South Bronx High School. Those were the days. I wish I could go back. 0-2 pitch to Brett Beatty. Brett Beatty went. Get him out of there. 1 out. Hamstring. Is his hamstring thinking is free? I didn't see anything saying that it's his hamstring. But I play in the Lower East Side. Hey, that's fire. That's fire. I hope you have a great season. I know season's coming up. Or did the season start already? Is your league in the PSAL? PSAL.org? PSAL should still be there. I worship the Ramones. Yes, they said in the broadcast. Wow, I didn't hear it, surprisingly. I guess because I'm talking and I haven't had a chance to really listen. Strike 1 to Simeon. So it's his hamstring. And that's not a good sign because of the pitcher. Clay Holmes may be going to the injury list, folks. He may be going to the injury list. 0-1 pitch to Simeon. Popped him up. 2 quick outs in this inning, folks. 2 quick outs. My goodness. My goodness, when it rains, it pours for this Mets team. We got Franklin here, Ryan, Steven, Johnny is here. Johnny 57, Dean is here. Alex De La Rosa, Flavor 50 is here. Thinking is free. Season started. We're in PSAL and we're 3-0 this season. Thanks for the good luck. Hey, have a great season. What position do you play? Let me know. First pitch to Mauricio, fouls it off, 1 ball and no strikes. But yeah, definitely. I know PSAL, the teams that do good, the championships, you play at either Yankee Stadium or Citi Field, depending on if that still exists. But in my time, that was around. 0-1 to Mauricio, misses, 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Mets are 1 out away from being scoreless. The Mets, through 7, the Mets have not scored since the first inning in yesterday's game. The first inning, they have not scored. 1-1, swing and a miss. Look, what's the scouting report on Mauricio? Just throw breaking pitches. Breaking pitch. Don't throw Mauricio fastballs. Throw him breaking pitches. Just keep throwing him breaking pitches. You will get him out. He has not proven that he can make the adjustment. He has not. 1-2 pitch to Mauricio. Breaking pitch, he lays off because he hasn't laid off, but he laid off there. I play left field, but I don't get playing time because I'm a freshman on varsity team. Hey, shout out to you, man. You made varsity as a freshman, but hey, you're going to learn a lot. Get yourself ready. Practice hard. 2-2. Mauricio, again, as I predicted, swings at an absolute horrible slider. It was never a strike, but because it's Rodney Mauricio and he swings at every breaking pitch, he strikes out. We're going to the 8th inning, and this Mets team is pathetic right now. Pathetic. I think that that's the absolute best word to just summarize this team. And look, we got Rivera. They're not hitting at all. They're not. And look, honestly, I predicted that the Mets were going to win and Lindor was going to hit a home run in this game. Right now, if I was a betting man, I'm not betting. If I was a betting man, I would say Mets are losing this game 1-0. If I was a betting man. But, I mean, I'm not a betting man. So, but this Mets team, my goodness. Like, I don't know, man. And it goes back to what Pedro Martinez said. Pedro Martinez, his words were, the under was free. Huh. My goodness. I wouldn't even bet on the Mets if it's free. No risk. I can't even bet on them then. Because probably the opposite will happen. But yeah, this Mets team, look, they have no leadership right now. They have no leadership. They have no leadership. They have, why do I say they have no leadership? Because they just don't look together. They don't, you know? They don't look like a team that's together. Now, I do believe that they're going to get better. I do. Like, I really believe it. I really have some optimism for the team. I do. Like, all jokes aside, I do. But it doesn't change the fact that right now, they don't look good, folks. They really, really look bad. Laugh out loud. At least I saw them winning 86. That doesn't help me at all. Things can change fast. As a Giants fan, I'm in the same boat. Kings by Army, I'm telling you. Oh, boy. The Mets look like they're pressing and trying too hard right now. I mean, it's just weird, you know? It's weird that how bad they've been, you know? Mets struggling and we about to play the Dodgers too. I'm telling you, Franklin, you are not lying. And if they struggle like this, 1-0 pitch, the Dodgers, you cannot expect them to go into that series and give up 1 run, 2 runs, 3 runs. Can it happen? Yeah. But you cannot sit here and put that expectation on them. 1-0 pitch, that's going to be fouled away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Franklin, I miss Soto, man. Me too. I definitely miss Soto. It's the beginning of the season. Yeah, it is the beginning of the season. Trina Davis joined. Boston joined. It is the beginning of the season. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Look, but it's the beginning of the season, but we cannot give excuses to teams. I'm not saying that they're going to be bad forever, but I don't like giving excuses. For example, if you go, anybody here, if you have to pay a bill, if there's anybody here that you pay bills, if you're young, if you're a teen, 1-2, that's going to be strike 3. 1 out. Tobias Myers is really pitching well. Thinking free. People need to chill. Yeah, it can. Okay, people need to chill. Fine. But okay, if a person that has to pay bills, if they give an excuse to whoever they have to pay bills to, look, I couldn't pay the bill because of this excuse. It doesn't change the fact that they have to still pay the bill. It's the beginning of the season. I get it. I'm not saying that the Mets are garbage, but I'm saying that they're showing no heart and they look bad. And, but it's the beginning of the season, 0-1. So what? There were games at the beginning of the season that if they would have won it, they would have made the playoffs. There was games early in the season that if they would have won them, that they shouldn't have lost, 1-1. And we saw the Mets last year be 21 games over 500. Was it 49 and 28? And then just fall apart. And since then, we're seeing that. 2-1 pitch to Langelier. Misses up high, 3 balls, 1 strike. So I can is that it does not work that way. You're right, it does not work. But you can talk about a team, though. Thinking is free. You can. 3-1 pitch, that is going to be fouled back. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now, I'm not jumping ship. I'm not telling you I'm not a Mets fan. I'm not a bandwagon saying I'm done with the Mets. But I'm telling everybody what we're seeing for the Mets right now. And what we're seeing is a team that is very inconsistent. You haven't scored a run since the first inning against the Diamondbacks. Thinking is free. Okay. And you that 3-2 grounded, that's gonna end the inning. Sorry, not gonna end the inning. That's gonna be 2 outs. Thinking is free. Okay. Especially because your title, thinking is free. Think with me. The Mets haven't scored a run since the first inning yesterday. And that's baseball. They've scored 3 runs in the last 25, 30 innings, something like that. Is the pitching they're facing that good? First pitch swinging is going to be a slow grounder. So Tobias Myers does the job once again. We're going to the 8th inning, folks. Bottom of the 8th. The Mets pitching is once again being great. I'm willing. Yeah, thinking is free. I would love to have you on right now. Let me know thinking is free. Just keep it clean, please. No cursing. I don't like cursing on the channel or nothing like that. If you can keep it clean, 100% I'm willing to have you thinking is free join. You can, voice. Please send me the request and I will accept you. Just give me a second. I'm going to let me make sure that my AirPods are on to my thing. Let me know. Once you send me the request, you can come on and talk to us Met fans. Because for me, okay, I got the request. Give me 1 second. Let me connect my AirPods really fast. Let's see here. Okay, can you hear me? Thinking is free. What is going on? How you doing? Good, good. Really fast. So we're on YouTube. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. People on YouTube and Twitch are not gonna hear you. Haven't resolved that, but nonetheless, on TikTok. So, okay, this is my argument. Look, I'm a Mets fan. I've made it clear. In the good and in the bad, I'm rolling with the Mets. I'm not jumping ship. But what I'm saying is I'm seeing no heart from the team. I know that teams go through slumps. I know that it's the nature of baseball what we're seeing. But we got guys like Pedro Martinez even saying, where's the leadership on this team? So it doesn't take away. I believe that this team is gonna win 90 games. I do. I think they're gonna make the playoffs. But right now, what I'm seeing, I'm not seeing no heart. And I know that you're saying it's the beginning of the season. So go ahead, feel free. The game is back on, but I will listen to you and we'll go from there with especially the play-by-play. Okay. Yeah. Me too. I'm from the Bronx as well. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, I I 100% agree with you. Like I even made some videos saying Met fans are booing Bichette already. By the way, they got a single from Carson Bench, so Lindor's coming up, and I did predict Lindor's gonna hit his first home run and get his first RBI in this game. But we're actually gonna have a pitching change, so we're gonna talk a little bit more when we come back. All right, what we'll do is thinking is free. If you're up for it, we could finish off the bottom of the eighth inning, talking, going back and forth. Once the bottom of the eighth inning finishes, we'll cut off and we'll go from there. But if you're up for that, but okay, look, really really good. I'm born and raised in the Bronx, New York. I'm actually in Toronto, Canada today, so I've dealt with a bunch of your struggles as well. But we need more Mets fans because I 100% was saying, look, if I was at the Mets game tonight, I wouldn't boo. I believe every fan is allowed to be frustrated, and you're right. You prove a really good point with the heart. We don't know what's in their heart. I mean, I guess when you decide to be a live streamer, it's hard to just speak everything. Next batter, everything's gonna be positive. When you decide to stream, you're gonna speak a little bit about the past, the present, and the future. So I would say that but I 100% support, and we got people agreeing. We got Steve Braun agreeing with Mets, agree. So people, if you're in, you can leave your comments. But yeah, the fans that are booing already, personally, for me, those are not fans. Those are bandwagon, in my opinion. The real fans should not be booing, in my opinion, at least this soon. The real fans. Like, I think sincerely, the fans that are booing are people that are just immature. They haven't dealt with the struggles of real Met fans. But nonetheless, we're there. Okay, but now, all right, talk to me a little bit about this. So the Mets, they scored 2 runs versus the D-backs in the second game of the series. Okay, it happens. They haven't scored a run since the first inning of yesterday's game. That means what, from the 7th inning? And look, I'm thinking is free. I'm hoping right now we're gonna call Lindor's first home run, first RBI of the season. He's up right now. This is arguably his last at bat of the game. But if you're on YouTube or Twitch, you can't hear who I'm talking to. At least I don't think you guys could hear who I'm talking to. But 1-2 pitch. Is it gonna get by? Oh, he gets by the catcher. Benj is gonna make it. No, Benj is not gonna take off. Wow. So nonetheless, 1 ball, no strike. Okay. What do you think though? And we're gonna rack. If I cut you off when you talk, you talk. What do you think? The Mets haven't scored a run since the first inning yesterday. I know it's baseball, but do you think that the pitching's been that good, or what is your take? And look, the 1-0 pitch to Lindor here really fast. 1-0 pitch, Lindor swings and misses. 1-1. Go ahead. Okay. The whole season. Mhm. Mhm. I can respect it. It's not easy. It's just more of like, like, all right, hold on. Let me see the 1-1 pitch from Lindor. 1-1 pitch. Lindor takes a ball, 2 balls, and 1 strike. Look, you're right. We can't see heart from the player. So you got me on that. We can't. And I'm not sitting here saying that these guys are showing up to the field saying, oh, whatever. But one of the questions that I've been asking, all right, 2-1 pitch. Here's the 2-1 pitch. 2-1, Lindor grounds it. McNeil's, oh boy, ironically, McNeil fields it. That's going to be, so Lindor doesn't come through. It's going to be the second out. Nonetheless, Benj gets the second. Okay, one of the things that I've been saying, and Jared Young, I don't think Jared Young should be hitting now. I never thought Jared Young should be hitting third. Never. Even though he's been hitting well, but I'm sorry. He's hitting well, put him sixth, but not third. I'm sorry. I don't like that. But all right. Okay, what do you have to say? Because for me, and Bichette is up right now, actually. My bad. Bichette is up with a runner at second, no out, with 2 outs, ball one. What do you have to say where, look, I'm big on, I understand that my team will lose, but the way you lose matters to me. I'm really, really big on that. It's not about losing. It's not about that they lost the series to the Diamondbacks. 1-0 pitch, that is gonna be a strike, 1-1. But it's the way you lose. For example, they won the first game of the year, they won the second one, but then they lose the third game. Okay, 2-1. They play the Cardinals, they win. The game that they lost to the Cardinals when they lost the series, 1-1 pitch to Bichette. Bichette grounds it foul, 1-2. They had bases loaded, I think no outs, or bases loaded 1 out, and they didn't score no runs in extra innings. It's baseball, I get it, but that type of inconsistency is kind of frustrating, and it's things that we even saw at the ending of last season. And okay, they played, let me think of another game. All right, 1-2 pitch to Bichette. Bichette strikes out. Mets don't score. We're going to the ninth where the Mets are going to have to depend on the 3, 4, 5 hitters to try to get some runs. We got Rotting, no runs, no fun. This might be the Mets' worst team ever put together in the last 4 years. And look, we're going to face these comments no matter what. But, okay. Go ahead. I can agree with that. Exactly. Tell me when I'm gonna be rich, you know? Yeah. Or tell me what I gotta do to be rich, you know? Ooh. Nah. Yankee fan base is a little. They're the young. Okay, but see, that's where like we're in different generations. Like I can see that, but the generation now is different. Yeah. The generation is not. This is not trying to throw shots, but the generation is very different now compared to the generations back then. But okay, look, I'm just big on that. It's not about losing. I'm fine with losses. Like 7-7 is not bad. 14, you're 500. You're what, a game, 2 games out of the division. It's not bad, and I appreciate the follow by you, by the way. But I'm just big on the way you lose games. Like Nolan McLean, Carlos Mendoza taking him out. Okay, for Nolan McLean to say after, I had a lot in the tank, but you know he takes him out and then to totally implode. Okay, you lost, but it's how you lost. In this game, you had an opportunity, first and third, no outs. You leave Jared Young in the game. Okay, things happen. It's baseball. You don't score. But then for me, that falls into the category you're losing games in really, really bad ways. And that's a leadoff single for the Athletics. Benj does a good job to cut it off, or does he? Is he going for second? He's going for second. It's a leadoff double. So, leadoff double there. Look, the A's are looking for some insurance run. That's the only thing I can say that's just frustrating in that regard. But look, it's baseball. It's a long season. We need more Met fans like you thinking it's free, because we can't judge this team right away. People don't know what they're talking about, and we got to stick with the team. So, thinking it's free. Any final words, any final things you would like to say before we get off? Nah, 100%. Hey, respect to you. I really appreciate you being here. And look, hopefully we can, do another multi-guest. In the good and in the bad, I'm with the Mets. That's the bottom line. But I appreciate your thinking, your thought process, and definitely I'll see you around, all right? Take care. Have a good one, all right? All right. So, folks, the Mets, with that little talk we were having there, the Mets just went down. It was a leadoff double, a first pitch base hit by Jeff McNeil, who other than Jeff McNeil, and the Mets now trail 2-0. And that's gonna be a base hit off of Tobias Myers. And the Athletics are about to have first and third with nobody out. And it is gonna be safe to say that the Mets are in trouble in this game. And yep, well, excuse me, not second and first. It's not gonna be first and second. Sorry, not first and third, second and third. Ben's through to third, and now the Mets, the Athletics have runners in scoring position too. Star Wars, congrats, we lost. Phillies lost it in the fifth. My goodness, yes, hard time for the Phillies. And Jeff McNeil, yep. So Met fans, a former Met, exactly. This team sucks right now. They're struggling. They're really frustrating me. I'll give you that. They're really frustrating. This team doesn't suck. We're playing bad right now. Hey, Bench, he's another one. He needs to be sent down right away. He sucks. What other options do we have though? I'm one of those saying we got to be patient and keep Bench up. Hey, Met fans, you got to be patient. This team is as bad as they're playing right now. Excuse me. I agree with that. We got McDonald's French fries. McDonald's French fries from Jay. I spoke too soon, but haha, still hard times for you guys. The Mets are always embarrassing. It never ends. Look, the batter's challenging that if it's a strike. Look, the Athletics, it is a strike. Look, it's just frustrating. Look, we just had a good talk now with Thinking is Free. He spoke, and I agree with everything he said. The only point that I just got to keep staying with, it's the way that the Mets are losing games. They are not losing games in a good way. 0-1 pitch, grounded. That's gonna, nobody's gonna score. So good play by Simeon to get the first out. No run score. The Mets got to keep it at this. You cannot let it get any worse than 2-0. 2-0, you have a chance. We got Mr. Junior, 6112. Mets are slowly killing me. Oh my God. Phillies and Mets are embarrassing. Well, oh boy, everybody's favorite Met is in the bullpen. Richard Lovelady's in the bullpen right now. First pitch from Myers to Denzel Clark. Misses, 1 ball, no strikes. Denzel Clark is an absolute must. You must get this guy out. Don't we take batting practice before? My goodness. 1-0 pitch. Myers to Clark, grounded, base hit. Mets are going to be trailing 4-0, folks. Yep, 4-0. Denzel Clark, one of the worst hitters in the league, gets himself a base hit. Mets lead, Mets trail 4-0. Leaving in Tobias Myers for me wasn't a good choice. You had him in since what? The 6th inning? I know he could be a starter, but it is what it is. We got here, yeah, we got some frustrated Met fans here. Yeah, now Mendoza takes out Tobias Myers and he's gonna put in Richard Lovelady. Like these are the things like with Mendoza it's a little frustrating for me. Like, oh boy, Carlos Mendoza. These are the things that's just frustrating. But look, nonetheless, the Mets, Mr. JR on YouTube, the Mets are definitely frustrating us right now. But hey, we got to stay with the team, folks. What are we going to do? We're going to give up on the team? We can't give up on the team. We got to stay with them in the good and in the bad times. As much as I'm frustrated with them. Now, I do think that the Mets have a leadership problem. They do. When people like Pedro Martinez, like what we saw in 2024, like what they did in that second half was just like, wow, like Jose Iglesias, JD Martinez. I'm not saying that these guys are superstar players, but every team needs glue guys. Every team. And, you know, when you don't see that stuff happening, it's just horrible. And, you know, that's where it's at right now. When you don't see a togetherness in your team, you don't see your team, you know, working together. You don't see your team doing together. You just see, I don't see a team for the Mets. I see every man for themselves. Off the wall 330. Who is your team? Are you an A's fan or are you just a bandwagon? Let us know. Shout out to Slow Mo. What the heck? No hits? No run. They got like 4 hits. We got Christian Vlogs here. Margarita's here. Pongiu Joey's here. RP23. Yeah, the Mets, it's just when it rains, it pours. And it's probably gonna get worse right now because Richard Lovelady's in the game. And Richard Lovelady, he's probably, yeah, when it counts, definitely. Yeah, that 2-hour RBI pretty much cancels the game. Game is over pretty much. I mean, Richard Lovelady's in right now. First pitch he throws, it is a ball, 1 ball, and no strikes. Richard Lovelady, the lefty, he's in. 5 games this season, 4.05 ERA, 6.2 innings. 1-0 pitch from Richard Lovelady, low, 2 balls, and no strikes. And yes, Slow-Mo, when it counts, the Mets are getting no hits. They are not coming through. They are doing nothing. Here is the 2-0 pitch from Lovelady to Lawrence. Not even close. 3 balls and no strikes. Folks, hope for the hopeless. It may get ugly right now. It may get ugly. When I say ugly, this may be another big inning. Richard Lovelady hasn't thrown a strike. The A's could probably turn 4-0 where they were leading 1-0. A good game, 1-0. Even though the Mets weren't scoring, a 1-0 game. 3-0, strike 1 from Lovelady. A 1-0 game. Okay, for the least, couldn't we have gone to the 9th inning 1-0? Couldn't we have? Of course not. Mets give up 3 runs and maybe more. Grounded, maybe a double play ball. They're gonna get 1. And they're going to get the double play. So, Richard Lovelady makes me eat some of my words. Richard Lovelady gets a double play. But we're going to the bottom of the 9th. The Mets trail 4-0. Shout out to Nathan for joining the live stream. Yeah, we could win, but it's going to have to be an absolute massive rally right now. And just this team has not been rallying. Shout out to Cody for joining the live stream. We got Hank. We got Margarita. Hey, the Mets could win, but I've been getting so many Mets comments. For example, I got a comment on YouTube. The Mets are slowly killing me. Look, we got to be patient with the team. All jokes aside, we got to be patient. We got to keep trusting in the team. Look, we got to. I've made it clear. In the good times and in the bad times, I'm staying with the Mets. It's just the bottom line. In the good and in the bad, I'm going to roll out with this team. When the Mets had the 4-game winning streak, nobody was complaining. Now that we've lost, this would be our 3rd loss in a row. It's frustrating, you know. What can we say in that regard? But let's see. Never know what could happen right now. But just the only thing is just that the Mets have a leadership problem, in my opinion. They don't have leadership. They don't have, you know, heart. I know, and I'm thinking I'm free said that, but you know, at the same time, he said that we couldn't see in people's hearts, which I agree with that. But again, I just always go to, it's just the way that we're losing these games. It's the way you're losing. And it's never over. Mets do all the time. Nail biters always. Hey, let's see. Matt_7. Nah, the Mets don't suck. They're just playing bad right now. McNeil, 2 for 4. The X-Met. He has more hits. He has an RBI. Nobody in the Mets has an RBI. McNeil's 2 for 4 with a single and a double. Prediction is 0 for this lineup. Yeah, my prediction, the Mets are not going to score this inning and even make it close. That's my prediction. I think that it's over. But Jared Young is in versus Elvis Alvarado. Now, what I will say is he's a hitter that has thrown a lot of balls. So let's see. Let's see. Elvis Alvarado, he was the one that pitched against the DR. Let's see. Kevin Dog, 89, 1-0 pitch, misses outside, 2-0. Jared Young, you better not swing at this 2-0 pitch. You better not. Mets might get swept. Nah, I don't think they're going to get swept. Protection. Mets trash. No, they are not. They're just playing bad baseball right now. 2-0 pitch to Jared Young. Takes a ball. 3-0. Again, Jared Young, you better not swing at this pitch. Mets are losing to the A's 4-0. Man, Mets fan, just the offense is just hot garbage right now. Really, really bad. 3-0 pitch. Let's see the pitch here. Jared Young takes a strike. Look, it's 3-1. Jared Young, you better not even swing 3-1. I'm sorry. The Mets need base runners. Jared Young better not swing at this pitch. Jared Young better not swing. 3-1. And he swings. Like, okay. Mets need a base runner. Okay, you can swing. But what if that was a ball? Why are you swinging for? Like, that's the stuff I'm not getting. Move the line. Exactly. Get on base. 3-2 pitch. Here it is. Fouls it off. And, okay, there you got to swing. You have no choice. I can get that. But everything he should be trying to do is get on base. You got to get on base. You hitting a home run doesn't matter. The Athletics pitching, the last 26 innings, 7 hits, no runs. Unbelievable. When it rains, it pours. 3-2 pitch. Here it is. Fouled away again. 99. Alvarado's throwing 99 miles per hour. Can the Mets make a rally in this 9th inning? They have had some opportunities to score. Mets suck. Losing to the A's is bad. Hey, it's baseball. They don't suck. They're playing bad. 3-2. Fouled away again. So Alvarado's thrown some good pitches, but Jared Young has fouled them off. Tom Baker, nope. Are you all Mets fans, or are you Met fans, frustrated Met fans, or baseball fans? 3-2 pitch to Jared Young. Here it is. He strikes out. I don't understand what are you looking at, but 1 out. Look, Carlos Mendoza, you put Jared Young to hit third. And the A's aren't terrible, actually. Exactly. You know, look at the Rockies' record this year. Look at the White Sox. There's not terrible teams this year in baseball, folks. There's a lot of teams are better, guys. So people that don't know baseball, of course, they're going to say that. Luis Robert, first pitch, swinging and missing, strike 1. Baseball fan, as I know bad teams. The A's are not a bad team, for sure not. All the horror teams are better this year, exactly. 0-1 pitch, and the Mets are 7-7. That's not a horrible team. That's 500. 1-1, strike 2. 1 strike away from having 2 outs. Now, yeah, what I predicted is pretty much going to happen. I don't expect the Mets to even make it interesting. I expect a quick 1, 2, 3 inning. I don't expect no drama. M. Dottie is here. Watching the Mets is frustrating. 0-2, fouled away. Watching the Mets is frustrating. It really is frustrating because, you know, they are just not. They're not playing well, folks. And this is the bipolar thing that I'm talking about. Okay, 0-2 pitch. Here is the pitch. Served. And it is a base hit. Okay, my bad, Luis Robert Jr. I didn't believe in you. It wasn't more not believing in you. It was more the Mets. But Luis Robert Jr. gets a base hit. Mets have a 1-out single. Rebuilt team, same results, better with old crew. Look, the Mets are going to be fine. I'm going to keep that voice of optimism. I'm going to keep the optimism. The Mets will be fine. It's just tough right now. It's tough with them right now. But they will be fine. I'm very confident in that. Now, they got Brett Beatty up. You got to pinch hit. You should have pinch hit Vientos for Jared Young, personally. First pitch to Brett Beatty, swinging and missing. Strike one, no balls, and one strike. M. Dottie. Look, for me to say that the Mets have a chance, I need to at least see bases loaded. Some teams just slow to begin the season. I'm hoping that for their being slow to start the season. Yeah, slow starts. They're 7-7 if they lose. 0-1 fouled away. 0-2 quickly. The annoying thing for me. Okay, guys, look. The Mets were 2-0. They lost. Okay, 2-1. They won 3-1. From 3-1, the Mets lost 3 in a row. 3-4. From 3-4, they won 4 in a row. 7-4. Now from 7-4, them losing tonight, 7-7. So it's like you're winning, losing. 0-2, fouled back. So we're seeing a lot of that. When Soto, true, but with this payroll like a Mets have, it's bad. It's not bad because the Mets are 7-7. 7-7 is not bad. If they were 2-12, then I would say that's bad. 7-7 is not bad. It's 500. Brett Beatty takes a ball outside. Look, for anything, the Mets are having good at-bats this inning. Where are these at-bats, these other innings in the game? It's decent. Exactly, it's decent. It's not great. It's 500. 500 is respectable. 1-2 pitch. Beatty hits it pretty well. Carrying, but Lawrence is there. Near the warning track, but that's going to be the second out. We're down to the last out of this game, folks. Hey, the Mets. Look, I have some things that I want to say. Shout out to Leona for joining. I think once Bichette finally wakes up and beats, base hit. Yeah, Bichette's getting better. Simeon is up. So, I mean, shout out to Sonny, Biting Wolf, One Bone, Leo, Slow-Mo, Tom Baker, M. Dottie, 4 Intensity. They are probably watching Artemisum Splashdown. I'm not even sure what that is. Swing at the first pitch. Simeon, strike one. Yeah, Simeon off to the horrible start that he is, and Nimmo off to the great start that he is. I mean, not looking like a great trade, even though Simeon's defense has been solid. 0-1 pitch, here it is. Pop them up a mile high. That's going to do it, folks. The Mets are going to lose this ball game. Yep, Mets lose. The first time in 2 years, the Oakland Athletics, 2 back-to-back shutouts. The Mets have not scored for 17 innings. The New York Mets have not scored for 17 innings. Unbelievable. I mean, absolutely unbelievable. But all right, I am not even gonna waste time listening to any more TV. I am gonna quickly turn that off. Shout out to Ali for joining, Ali Miller for joining the live stream. If you missed it, the Mets just lost this ball game. And hey, shout out to the Toronto Blue Jays, who they were losing 4-0. Let me see if they came back. I'm gonna do a quick update around the league for the teams. And you know, I'm gonna give you a quick update and tell you about some scores around the MLB. Then I'm gonna give my reaction about this game and go from there. Let's see here. Let me update my ESPN scores real fast, and then we're gonna do a quick update of, you know, some scores. So the Blue Jays, shout out to the Blue Jays. They were trailing 4-0. They're winning now 9-4. And matter of fact, let me go to the Yankee game. I'm gonna actually turn my TV back on and put the Yankee game on, because the Yankees are threatening. They have second and third. Let me mute my TV there. Yankees have second and third. 2 outs. Can they tie the game? And they're trailing 3-5 in the last inning. The Guardians are trailing 5-10. Giants are up 6-1. Nationals are trailing 2-3. Red Sox leading 2-1. Padres and Rockies scoreless. Astros, Mariners scoreless. Pirates win 2-0. Diamondbacks win. Pop them up. Trent Grisham. Yeah, it's nice to see Tampa Bay back in their stadium. The Marlins lose 2-0 versus the Tigers. Angels win 10-2. Athletics beat the Mets, as we just spoke, and the Mets are 3-4 at home. Not a good home team to start the year off. I know it's 7 games, but the Royals win 2-0. Let's see here. I'm going to do the quick play-by-play for this Yankees inning. Yankees are trailing 3-5. Top 9, 2 outs, second and third. Trent Grisham swings and misses down to their final strike. Can the Yankees do anything? Can the Yankees get something going right now? Can they get this win right now? Can they tie the game? Because they're the away team. But nonetheless, the Mets lost. Arizona Iced Teas. Yeah, I had to grow up with that. Are you a Met? Nah, Arizona Iced Teas, you gotta be from New York. You're from New York, right? Are you a Yankee fan? 1-2 pitch to Grisham. Popped him up. That's going to do it. Yep, that's going to be doing it. First baseman calls it. Makes the play. Yankees lose the ball game. So, yes, the Phillies lose. The Mets lose. The Yankee lose. So, if any Yankee fans want to come in and, talk about the Mets, just know that your team lost as well. But let's see who we got here. We got Dave. We got Zoomies. We got Leo. We got Sonny. We got still Allie's here. Allie Miller. We got Seth. I see Allie with the Canadian flag. I'm born and raised in New York, but currently in Toronto, Canada. Florida Marlins lost as well, though. Mets lost again. The Mets are so garbage, bro. It's so embarrassing being a Mets fan. I have so much hope. Look, the Mets are 7-7, guys. We just gotta relax. We gotta relax. Look, I want to do these two things really fast before we finish. And even before I talk about the Mets, look, as you see there, I want to give a quick shout out, man, in loving memory of Kai. Few days ago, Tuesday, myself, my wife, our family dog passed away. And that right there is bigger than the Mets for me. He was not a dog. He was family. So I got to give this shout out to him in loving memory of Kai. February 23rd, 2010, all the way April 7th, 2026. You can see the picture right here, right there. In loving memory of Kai. I had to, at least before I talk more baseball, I had to give some love to Mr. Kai, as my wife says, my son, my son, her son, our son. But nonetheless, I had to give some love to him and shout. And why I say this, because look, in the good and the bad, baseball is just a game. Value your loved ones because we don't know what tomorrow holds. Value your loved ones. Leo, I appreciate you for the condolences. Sorry for your loss. I appreciate it for the prayers as well. Hey, love your loved ones. Value them. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So I had to give that love for Kai. I absolutely had to. This past days, I've been crying a lot. I ain't even afraid to say it. I didn't go live for 2 days. Was it Tuesday for sure? I didn't go live. Wednesday and 3 days, and I think Thursday. Or did I go live Thursday? No, yesterday I went live. 2 days I didn't go live, Tuesday and Wednesday, because I was scared that I was going to come on and cry on camera because it's not easy. But hey, nonetheless, I really appreciate the support for Kai, the prayers. And hey, love the ones close to you. Value what you have because you don't know what you fully have all the time until it's gone. And we never know when we're going to lose something. So value it. All right. So look, I had to give that shout out. Kai is our family dog. Just passed away. Definitely. Jesus, he's the only one that could strengthen us in a time like that. Brother, that was rough. Very, very rough. Really, really tough. But all right. I wanted to just give that shout out to him. I'm going to go back to the Mets game. Look, the Mets are 7-7. I'm not even going to talk about first place, second place, third place. I'm not. The Mets haven't scored since the first inning yesterday's game. So it feels so much longer, but that's what 17 innings the Mets haven't scored. The Mets pitching was great. In the ninth inning, a 1-0 game turned into 4-0 because, hey, I appreciate it. What a terrible loss, and it looks like Clay is going to be out for a bit. Yeah, I think Clay is going to the IL. Christian Scott or Manaya may be coming for the spot, definitely. Look, what's my reaction for this game? I'm going to go, as I always go, over the box score. I love going over the box score of the teams. Let me go to the box score of the Mets real fast. And I'll share some optimism as well for this Mets team. The biggest inning, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it was the 6th or the 7th inning. 1st and 3rd, no outs, you don't score. It's frustrating. But Lindor, 1 for 4 with 1 K, still hitting 164. Bichette, 1 for 4 with 2 Ks, hitting 230. Jared Young, which you batted him 3rd. Carlos Mendoza, you get an F for that. I mean, I'm sorry. I know he's playing well, but what are we doing, Mendoza? You're batting him 3rd? Really? And I'm not trying to disrespect him. I'm not, but he's not a 3rd hitter. Not on a major league team that has aspirations. What are you doing? Robert Jr., 1 for 4. He's hitting 326. Arguably the best hitter for the Mets. Beatty, 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. He's not been clutch. Simeon, 0 for 4, not been clutch. Hitting 196. Mauricio, he got a walk-off hit, but that game, arguably, the Diamondbacks pitcher was foolish to even throw him a fastball. Ronnie Mauricio is Mr. Throwing breaking pitches, you'll strike him out. Alvarez, 1 for 2. He was a bright spot. Benj got himself a hit, 1 for 3. He's hitting 125. Alvarez is hitting 278. Now the pitching, Clay Holmes. He came out of this game because of an injury, and I think he's going to be out for some time. 5 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 3 walks, which was a problem, but 1 run. Tobias Myers was great until he got to the 9th inning, which I wouldn't have left him in the 9th inning. He threw already up to around 25 or so pitches, but he was left in. Richard Lovelady, 2 in the 3rd inning, gets a double play. So the Mets pitching, look, 4 runs is not bad. It's bad when your offense is just horrible, though. The heartlessness seems like Mendoza problem, more like a player problem. Not enough pop in the lineup. Yeah, and that's why, look, I gotta go a little bit at Mendoza. And look, the Mets, they have time. It's still early. But I agree that there should be a sense of urgency, and I don't feel like there is. And I agree, there's no pop. This is where missing Alonso misses, because how many Mets have a home run this year? We got New York Mets talk joining. What are your thoughts? We got Nicola joining. I appreciate you being here. How many home runs do the Mets have this year? You know, I'm really curious about that. Soto has 1 home run. Lindor has none. Bichette has none. Jared Young has none. Robert Jr. leads the team with 2 home runs. Beatty has no home runs. Simeon has 1. Alvarez has 2. Benj has 1. I think the Mets in the first 4 games have like 4 or 5 home runs. How many? Let me see. How many home runs do the Mets have in 2026 so far? Let's see here. Oh, if the Mets have 10, I'll be pretty surprised. I don't think that they have 10, but if they do, I'll actually be pretty surprised by that the Mets have 10 home runs. I'm pretty surprised by that. Let me take a quick look. Okay. So, and the Mets are really a team that's down the lineup. So, home runs this season, the Mets. Let's see. Yeah, the Mets have 10 home runs. I'm surprised by that. I didn't even think that they had that much. Okay, Robert Jr., Tyrone Taylor, I forgot. He hit 1. Alvarez. Yeah, Alvarez actually has 4 home runs. My bad. I think Alvarez has 4 home runs, because he hit 2 on opening day. Yeah, Alvarez actually has 4 home runs. My bad. Alvarez has been the power. Vientos has a home run. So, my bad. The Mets have 10 home runs. Okay. But nah, New York Mets talk chill. That's just the emotion talking. Tank and set at the deadline. Nah, come on. They have 10. Well, Alvarez actually has 4. They do. So look, the Mets are 7-7. If they were and look, have they played good baseball? No, they haven't. Now, if in the month of June we're still seeing this, look, I'm gonna say we're in trouble. I'll say that. That's what I'll think. Now, I'm not panicking. I'm gonna keep believing in the team, but I'm gonna come at Carlos Mendoza a little bit. You're batting Jared Young third. Why? Why is Jared Young hitting third? We got Ryder here. Oh, snap. Ryder, my bad, yo. I wasn't looking at my Twitch comments. I'm a Mets fan. Ryder, my bad. What's going on? I don't know if you're still here with me, Ryder. My bad. I got to send you a private message. Question for you. Do you know anything about lacrosse? Ryder, I don't know anything about lacrosse other than you're throwing what? It's like a ball into the net. But Ryder, I appreciate you being here and even being a Mets fan. My bad for not getting to you. Turn it over, Kai Correa. Chalk it up. They are never beating the Dodgers. Look, I'm sorry. I have too much pride in an individual. Chuyut, are the Athletics the New York Slayers? They are right now. Yankees couldn't score off of them yesterday. The Mets couldn't score off of them today. The Athletics have 27 innings in a row. That's almost 3 full games. They have not given up a run. Unbelievable. But look, I am going to go to shout out to Amanda Diaz for being here. Javier, Bellstar, Sonny, Javier. Look, Mendoza, Jared Young hitting third. Beatty is not a right fielder. You move Juan Soto to left field so that Carson Bench can play right. Why is Carson Bench now moved to left so that Beatty can play right? Why? I'm sorry. If that's not Mendoza and that's Stearns, I'm sorry. It's a shame. It's an absolute shame. It's embarrassing. Come on, Lindor. Look, give Lindor a day off. Lindor has no RBIs on the season. In 14 games, Lindor has no RBIs. Like, that's bad, man. That's bad. Really bad. And I'm annoyed with Lindor with this, I'm annoyed with the Lindor. Oh, he's always a slow start. Yeah, but geez, man. Is it your hand? Ask for a day off. Or Mendoza, give him a day off. If I was the manager, I would tell him, look, Lindor, I'm giving you a day off to recollect your thoughts. Now, I think it's different with some of these players. Shout out to Rhonda Woods for the follow. I appreciate you following the channel. Now, look, I get it. These are grown men. Some of them want to play. They want to fight their way through a slump. I get it. But, geez, enough is enough, man. Absolutely horrible. No RBI. Like, the Mets are 7-7, and Lindor has no RBIs on the season. Let that sink in. And exactly, from Bellstar, Lindor has a bunch of defensive mistakes. The team has. Shout out to Rosa Angelica. Ali joins. Troy. Margarita's still here. Sergio. Eggs. Talk ball. One bone. Christian. Look, like, give Lindor. I hope Lindor's not in the lineup tomorrow. Not because I'm giving up on him, but he's not playing good. Like, 14 games, no RBIs. That's a problem. It's unacceptable. And more than that, there has to be a standard set. Lindor is a slow starter, okay, but I'm sorry. There has to be a standard set of, look, you have slow starts, okay. All right, it happens, but I'm gonna still give you days off. Vientos not playing in the game. Like, why? So Clay Holmes left this game because of tightness, hamstring tightness, and that's a really, really bad thing. So I'm just gonna come out with Mendoza, leaving Tobias Myers into the 9th inning. I know he was cruising, but you know, like, what did you have Devin Williams warming up for? For what? Devin Williams has barely pitched this year, just for us to have an idea. So that idea of, oh, you're killing him, you're killing his arm. He hasn't pitched much this inning. How many games has Devin? You have him warm up. Like, let me see how many. Let's see Devin Williams real fast. I want to take a quick look at Devin Williams and see, you know, where he's at in terms of how many games has he pitched. If I'm not mistaken, the most he's pitched in is 5 games. The most. The absolute most he's pitched in. David, what's his name? Geez, I just forgot the guy's name out of nowhere. How could I forget his name like that? Devin Williams. Devin Williams has pitched in 5 games. This is the Mets' 14th game of the year. So arguably he's pitched in about 33% of the games. Like, come on, guys. Like, put him in. Why not put him in? So, you know, 5 games. In you warm him up or only for save opportunity. Put him in. How many times have we put, and the A's didn't even have one of their best players, Rookers, on the IL. You know, so Mendoza, look, Mendoza's on the hot seat this season. It doesn't change the fact. If this team doesn't win, if this team doesn't have success, this is probably Mendoza's, I'm not even probably, I'm going to say this is Mendoza's last season coaching the Mets. It sucks because 3 years you manage, oh, you're not doing good enough, you have to go by. It sucks. But that's the current state of where we're at with the Mets, the baseball, and unfortunately, that's where we're at. So those are my thoughts. Mendoza, you're batting Jared Young third. What are you doing, man? Batting Jared Young third. What are you doing? Yeah, hanky wanky, go A's. Are you an A's fan or are you just trying to rub it into Mets fans? Let us know. I hope you're not being a hater. But hey, look, nonetheless, the Mets lose. The Mets lose. And we got to wait till tomorrow, a 4-10 game. Hopefully they can get back over 500 and take the win. Hey, shout out to them. Look, the A's are on the come up. It sucks that they had to put Brent Rooker on the IL, but I actually like the A's team. The only time I can't root for the A's is when they play the Mets, because the Mets are my #1 team. But look, nonetheless, folks, look, I appreciate all of you for being here, whether on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, all of you that are here, all of you that have represented, all of you that have shouted out the page. You know, he's looking at the numbers and not the number. He's looking at the numbers and not the numbers. What do you mean by that? I think when the weather gets warmer, late May, June is when we're gonna insane run and make the post. That makes me not even want to watch baseball. We got Joseph in the building. What's going on? Mets are a 5-inning team right now. The Mets are a no-run team actually, because they are not scoring. Look, I want to finish up. I'm about to get off the live. I leave it open. Guys, anything you guys want to talk baseball, you want to leave a comment, something that you guys want to talk, you guys want to, you know, speak, let me know. Right now, they are no inning team because they can't score. Exactly. Bro, it's the starting pitching fault. For who? For the Athletics? Because the Athletics, I know that their ERAs for the starters has not been good. 5-inning starters, Joseph. Nah, Joseph. Clay Holmes got injured. The Mets pitching is not the problem right now. The problem is the offense. Oh, the Mets? Oh, yeah. No, not the starting pitching. No way. Starting pitching, that narrative, I think people are taking that narrative from last year when they collapsed. It was true then. Now, the starting pitching for the Mets has not been a problem. It's not. The problem is the offense right now. That's the problem. The Mets, let's check how many runs they've scored this season. Let's see here. I'm going to check. Where can I find I think on the MLB app. Let me check the MLB app real fast. I think the MLB app shows us the Mets runs scored, and it also shows the, how you call it, the runs against. So I'm going to take a quick look at that real fast. Give me 1 second to pull that up. All right, yeah, the Mets are 7-7. The Mets have scored 56 runs. So 56 divided by what? By 14 games. I'm going to see if that goes in evenly. Let us check that out real fast. 56 divided by 14. The Mets, yeah, I thought it was that's 4. The Mets are averaging 4 runs a game. And that's not that bad. But the only reason that that's high, it's because in maybe 4 games, they scored a ton of runs, which was opening day, they scored a ton of runs. Let's do opening day, they scored 11. So I'm going to take away 56 minus 11. 56 minus 19 in 2 games. 19. And I'll leave it at that. So 3 games. So in 3 games, the Mets scored 30 runs. In 3 games, they scored 30 of those out of the 56 runs that the Mets have. In 14 games, the Mets have 56 runs. Out of those 56 runs, 30 of them were scored in 3 games. So in the 3 games, the Mets are averaging 10 runs a game. And in those other 11 games, 26, let's do 26 divided by 11. 2.3. In the other games the Mets are playing, they're averaging 2.3 runs. And that is the story right there. You can't win if you're scoring 2.3 runs a game. Put me on live. I'll talk some fire. Hey, fun. I'm actually about to come off now, so unfortunately, give me a rain check. We could definitely do this really soon, though. I'm a New York fan, more Yankees fan, but never root against a New York team. Do not like the New York team makeup. Huh. 3 runs in the 9th. A fun. I do appreciate the follow. The Mets blow. They're struggling. Now check your ace Peralta career innings pitch. Look, it doesn't matter if it's 5 innings. Even if it's 5 innings, it doesn't change the fact that the offense in 3 games scored 30 runs. In the other 11 games, 26 runs. How do you score more runs in 3 games than you score in 11 games? That's the problem. It's simple as that. It's because they let go of players and they got Simeon and Bichette. Should have kept Alonso. Hey, it'd be like that. This team doesn't have a true career hitters. This team doesn't have true hitters, career 250 hitters. Now, Bichette is a true hitter. He's gotten better, and we just got to give him time. But look, folks, the team is going to get better. I'm very, very confident in that, and I'm holding on to that. Peralta's a 3-4 at best. Joseph, I'm sorry. You come on and you say these things that you're like, he's a 3-4 at best. Come on. How was he an ace for the Brewers last year? Bichette has 111 career home runs. Joseph, are you a Mets fan or are you not? Because I'm not sure if you are. But shout out to Nana for joining. Look, the Mets clearly weren't going to have a lot of power this year, but they were supposed to be a team that could manufacture runs, and they're not doing that. So I believe times are going to get better. I believe that the season's going to get better. It's annoying, it's frustrating, but Met fans, we gotta keep holding on. Look, folks, I appreciate every single one of you, the support that all of you give. I'm going to be getting off the live stream now, and I'm going to be back tomorrow. The plan is for me to be back tomorrow for the Mets' second game of this series. When they play the Athletics, they're looking to avoid losing another series, losing back-to-back series at home. So hopefully the Mets can do that. Look, I appreciate all of you for being here. Joseph, I'm definitely going to see you around and we're going to talk more. I appreciate every single one of you I'm gonna get off the live stream now. The Mets lose 4-0, and hopefully they can be better coming soon. See all of you. Have a good one. Take care, everybody.